wanna see me stop the world. Like all over the world. They wanna see me stop 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 the world.
My condo is up, pistols is kept. I did dip with the set, and then I get low as fuck. Lambos in limbo, I sit low as fuck. Out of QABALA, hopping off the G5, and you know what, Timbos is tough. At the best verses, have to give Swiss Beat and Timbo a cut. Rather wake up in Rome in a Karen's home that look like Sharon Stone before I hand them the stones. Chrome and abandon the throne. Dope and palm, smoking bombs. Got shit broken walls. Travel through the dark web until my token's gone. Searching for Spock in his Pokemon. Invoking songs. Speaking pig Latin and Hebrew spoken wrong. Both white Peruvian fox. Blue face to watch. Lapis Lazuli the rocks. Baby blue Bermudian locks. Triple black Nubian yacht with that Rubian yacht, brand Nubian yacht. Slow down.
They wanna see me stop the world. Like all over the world. They wanna see me stop 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 the world.
Slow down. Then a playlist switch to Andalusian rock. For all of you niggas that saying black woman God, natural Tehuti pops. Face it, now it's back to the basics. Made the Sentinel destroy Zion, now it's back to the Matrix. There's cracks in they facelift, delicious. Ski racks on a spaceship. Gracious, Tanzanite black over 100 racks for the bracelets. Selfies inspired, we fed all our healthy desires. Demons and Hellcats, street cars with wealthy desires. Red summers, oh yeah, we melt in these tires. The LP was fire. NFT top shelf sold to the wealthiest buyer. Copper wires, yeah, the wealthy messiahs. You was wrapped up in the wealthy attire. Speak your dreams, dream chasing niggas, seek your streams.
They wanna see me stop the world. Like all over the world. They wanna see me stop 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 the world.
Old niggas ask me, say young blood, where you get your style from? I told them my style's grown like a cow dung. I chewed them shrooms like a cow tongue. They said, how come? I replied that the proof is in the outcome. The straight red pillow, yeah, all of very old Malcolm. Go on cop twin the album, the red summer, Scorpion King, that Christ consciousness, yeah. You might conquer shit. 300 blickies on some contra shit. What? The meanest entry in the cleanest but I let Venus tempt me. Grabbing my dick, they call it penis envy. Busting off shots to the scene is empty.
2020 was a very tough and trying year, not for just one country, but for the whole world. As we know, a very unexpected virus caught the globe by surprise and changed our way of life as we know it. During the COVID-19 pandemic, companies shut down and schools closed nationwide, limiting access to food, medication, healthcare, and education, causing a worldwide panic. Fast forward to today, with the help of vaccines and advanced medical care, we've come a long way in our battle of ending this pandemic. Unfortunately, the virus mutated, rendering vaccines less effective and kids more vulnerable to this unknown disease. Kids are going to school and catching COVID at alarming rates. Hospital beds are filling up with kids across the country, raising uncertainty for parents and governments everywhere. At Mayat K-12, we took swift action and converted fully into online operations and brought private school to the doorsteps of children nationwide, providing free tutoring and countless hours of help to children, keeping your babies safe in their homes. We pride ourselves as the best private school to care for your children during these very trying times, and we expect another amazing year for our students across the country. Bring your child back to Mayat University because we care, we pay attention, and we love. Mayat K-12. Let's have another amazing year. Click the link below and enroll now.
To this day.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. All right. There you have it, my friends. Those are the commercials. That is the Patreon for the Red Pillar. Make sure y'all go and join. And the other commercial that you saw, right? That is for the online academy, all right? Mayat University. Somebody had commented that they saw children with masks in the adverts, right? Being so reactionary and triggered by children with masks, as if we're pushing a mass mandate or something. If you watch the commercial, you'll understand when you really pay attention and you stop hopping out of the window with no parachute on, that we're showing you two disparities. The children in the Mayat University, they don't have on a mask. But when your children go to school and you're not there and you can't control them, they're wearing a mask. All right, let's be clear. That's what's happening. And you know what I'm talking about? That's what's happening. Let's stop playing we not on fantasy island. We're in the real world. So let's stop playing this fantasy. I don't play pseudo fantasy and game shot. I don't do that. I'm dealing with real life. In real life, they're telling us that our children are up next. You understand? And I'm giving you the solutions through my advertisers. We're not out here selling y'all chicken burgers or nothing, or impossible pork. Dig what I'm saying? We're pushing health, wealth, and knowledge itself. I just had to say that for anybody that gets triggered when you see something that gets you paying a bitch. Okay? Let's be clear about what we're doing. So shout out to the people, the good people over there at Mayat University. And thank y'all for coming with the solutions instead of being like the majority of people out there who simply complain and don't do nothing. Always got something to say, but never came with a solution ever. Okay? Ever. So everybody that's working on the solutions, I salute you. Okay? For everybody that's working on the solutions, I salute you. And I'm going to even take it further. I mean, this is because this is what you're going to have to start doing in this community or this network or whatever you want to call it, whatever fancy name you made up. You're going to have to start challenging people, right? Because this is a community that the majority of the people, they came in on this community dealing with the debates, right? Y'all came in this community on some wrestling shit. So y'all are used to men challenging each other. That's what gets your rocks off. That's your, you know, like I said, that's your form of entertainment. This is the new porn, right? This is the shit that y'all get hype about. So this is my new challenge, because everything is about a challenge, right? Because you could talk it, but let's see if you could walk it. The new challenge is, who is going to come forward with the solutions to help these children? Not just these children, who's going to come with some solutions to help these old elders? Who's going to come with solutions to help parents? Who's going to come with the solutions to help everybody that's out there? Because the majority of the people are all going through the same thing, and nobody's coming with no answers. So this is an answer right here. Let me show you something, and this is for everybody that's on the line. You know, I can get into detail about what's going on because of the restrictions that they have on our freedom of speech. You understand what I'm trying to say to you? Let's read between the lines. If we conscious, let's use our third eye Thursdays, my ninjas. Use your third eye, right? Use your third eye, because I'm not going to say everything that needs to be said. I'm going to tell you what you need to hear, right? So this is a solution that I really haven't seen too many people take the time out to consider and whatnot. I'm putting it all on the line with this. If you have a job, if your job is putting the pressure on you and you need what is known as a waiver for you know what, right? You need to hit up the email. If you need a way, and this is not, this is for job related situations, not school. We're going to be dealing with that in a whole nother situation. But, you know, matter of fact, if it's the school too, pull up as well. We could see what we could do, but definitely for your workplace. Okay. But even if they twisted your arm and they broke it and whatnot, and you did something that you knew that you shouldn't do, right? But if you have the opportunity to do something, you should be very serious and reach out and touch someone. Hit up the email and talk black to me, and be willing to sock it to my pocket as well. Okay? Be willing to sock it to my pocket. Freedom is not free. Okay? So that's what we over here doing. Solutions. Okay? Solutions. So hit up that email, redpillar75, and let's make it happen. And with that being said, I'm going to do the roll call. Okay? So we could see who's in the building tonight, and we could take an assessment of the global reach and who we tapping into and whatnot. This is a Scorpion moon, so we in our Scorpion bag. Shout out to all of my special guests. I'm letting them line up, but this is going to be a monumental show. Disclaimer. There's a high, I don't know. There's a high chance of ratchetness tonight. I'm just saying. This is a high chance of ratchetness tonight. You know? High chance of ratchetness. You know, they doing reruns on Mighty Express or Nickelodeon Kids. I met Netflix Kids. You might want to tap into that if this is not what you do. You know what I'm talking about? But high chance. All right, high chance. So let's go ahead and do this roll call. Yes, the fair. I see y'all. Y'all in the building. Okay, y'all in the building. Canelo versus. I'm rolling with Canelo. Did you see his hook? Did you see that power in his hook? I've been rolling with Canelo since Pacquiao. Cleveland. All right. Cleveland in the building. All right. The Yay area. Yeah. Michigan in the building. Inland Empire, California. Salute. Dominica. I see you. Philly. What's popping? All right. All of my Scorpios in the building. 1029. Let me see them Scorpio icon, them Scorpio emojis too. So we in here. All right. NC in the building. Georgia in the building. Jersey in the building. Now I'm talking about VA in the building, PA in the building, Texas in the building, Bama in the building, Cal in the building, San Bernardino. San Bernardino. That part. Long Beach. Yeah, Santa Rosa, Columbia, Vegas, Spartanburg. Okay, Sydney. All right. Sydney is in the building. When is the Alpo parade? I'll let you know. Senegal is in the building. St. Louis in the building. Tacoma in the building. All right, Chattanooga in the building, ATL in the building, South Cali in the building. Now I'm talking about Texas A&M is in the building, VA is in the building, Kansas City, Missouri, Charlotte. Bad News is here. I hear you. Charlotte is here. New Hope is here. KTL, where's KTL and ATL? Where's KTL? Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising. Well, that's good enough. That's good enough. We see you. See you. We see you. Myrtle Beach. Yes. November 1st. Okay. 11:02. That's what I'm talking about. This is like a Scorpio magnet right here. We here, huh? Okay. I feel more comfortable now. The BX, I was waiting for y'all. It's never a show unless the BX is here. That's the shit that I be waiting for. Once the BX is here, I know it's time to go. I'm gonna go tonight. Skirt, skirt. St. Louis is here. Barbados, Minnesota. Y'all light up. This is one of those nights. This is a light up night. You know what I'm talking about? New Jeru, Myrtle Beach. You know what I'm talking about? If you don't smoke, do some push-ups. It's that type of night tonight. We going in. We're gonna give you this moon. We're gonna honor the energy of the moon, and we're gonna give it to you raw, the way that you want it in Scorpio season. Don't worry, we going into Sagittarius. Niggas be respectful after that. You know, 11:15. Oh, you right. You a day after us. 10:21. Okay, I hear you. I see you. Florida, land of the flowers. All right, land of flowers. You know what I'm talking about? New Orleans. Okay then. Gun Hill Road. Oh, you getting specific. That's where I used to live. That's my old stomping grounds in the BX. Gun Hill. Memphis is here. Ooh, 11:13 and another 11:13. That's AA right there in Ashraf, the lighthouse. Y'all hitting it on the head. Hartford in the building. All right, CT. That's where I be's at as well. Clearwater, Pompano. Oh, what is this, Kodak? Is this you, Kodak? Talk black to me. Cyber Gang. Okay, Denver. All right. The metaverse belongs to the Scorpio. Niggas doing their homework. Niggas doing their homework. They birthed the metaverse. No, they didn't birth the metaverse. One got birthed in Scorpio. Nigga, cryptocurrency belongs to the Scorpio as well, right? They wrote the paper on Halloween. Blue Pill came with that sauce. So Biddy, the big homie, the big dog is a Scorpio. That's why it always dies and resurrects and back. Hey, people know what they doing. The question is, do you? You know what you're doing. You dealing with wizards in this bitch. There's some warlocks working. You know what I'm talking about? It'll take you a lifetime to figure this shit out. There's warlocks out here working. 11:17. Ooh, okay. I'm feeling like I'm in a Scorpio snake pit. You know what I mean? A whole bunch of stingers in the building. Broward County, money is a major issue. I know about you. All right. Let's just give a shout out to Delaware while we're at it. Shout out to Delaware. Never cared, never there. Delaware in the building. PA in the building. Alexa. Okay. Oh, 11:06. Shout out to KT3RD. His birthday was just on the 3rd. You know what I mean? A super duper legend. KT in the building, the master scientist. I sees you. All right. Tuscaloosa. Is this you, Deontay?
To this day.
Yeah, the home of Deontay.
To this day.
Home of the Warriors. Right? Tuscaloosa. I believe that's that Black River, the home of the war. You got some warriors out there. You know what I mean? Shout out to the Wilders. Okay. Oh, you a Pisces with the Queen? Shout out to Miss Badu. I see you. The city by the sea. So let's just say that we are here. We are here. Family is here. We deep. We global. We all around the world. You know what I mean? It's a pleasure to be in your company. Salute to everybody. Okay. Welcome to another episode of Third Eye Thursday. This one here is titled The Scorpio Moon. All right, or Scorpion Moon. In case you have no idea that it was a Scorpio moon, by the time you leave tonight, you'll be fully aware of the power of today and be able to utilize it, because what we don't and what we hate to do is to have these monumental alignments go to waste. You know what I mean? Niggas go to bed early and whatnot. You ain't put in no work. Nah, we here to do the work because we about the results. You know, I'm talking about the results only come from the work. You know what I mean? You just can't expect the field to grow trees and fruits if you don't plant the seeds. So we here to seed plant, you know what I mean? Or we're here to pick the fruits from the tree, because we've been doing these full moon, new moon situations for a minute right now. And yeah, Uptown Iraq in the building. That part. Yeah, that part. Little Goddess is here. Little Goddess is in the building. All right. I salute to Little Goddess. Y'all give Little Goddess some emojis. Shout out. Give her some heart emojis. She's a purple heart. Give her some shout outs. Please let her know that she's appreciated over here and respected. You know what I'm talking about? So I'm not going to run my mouth. I'm not going to keep on bumping my gums and whatnot. What I'm finna do to get this whole thing started, because it's not about me. This is about the collective. We got some special guests that we brought in the building tonight. Like I said, this is an affair unlike any other. You know what I mean? This is a gangster party right here. So without any further ado, of course, I'm finna open up the line to, you know, my better half, my twin brother. Wait, first we got the good brother Tehuti, Ptah Tehuti, the master, the master. Wait, hold on, your microphone, God body. I can't hear you.
Make sure you hear me. Make sure.
Let me see if you on mute or not.
Make sure.
Can you?
Yeah.
Hold on. Hold on 1 minute. Let me see if this is my system. Let me bring him the other Scorpion King in the building. You already know who this is. He needs no introduction, but the blue pillar, strong like 10 pillars, smoother than chinchilla in the building. Oh, Blacksmith. What's goody? I can't hear you. There you go.
Can you hear me now too?
Peace to the gods.
Peace to the God. Ptah, I can't hear you. No, you wasting club.
You still can't hear me?
I can hear him. You can't hear him?
Blue hear me?
Nah, I can't hear him. Hold on.
No?
It might be.
I hear you, Blue.
I've done something like this has happened before. Let me go to my mic. Let me go to my audio. Give me 1 second, y'all. There we go. The internal speakers was messed up.
Yeah,
there he go. The legend. Introduce yourself to the family. You know what I mean?
Peace to you.
The Cosmic Trap God.
What up? What's up, man? What's up, man? How y'all?
Yeah, I think
You know what it is? Guy King, Mr. Magic, you know what I'm saying? Tantra Poppy, man. Yeah.
Tantra Poppy. Hold on, not champagne Poppy. Tantra Poppy. So lit.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
That's
All
right.
No doubt. Yes, sir. Well, I want you to. I'm not under the assumption that the family might not be familiar with the Tantra God and whatnot, but real briefly, you are KTL alumni. For the family that don't know, we've been rocking with Ptah since early 2000s, like 09, 2010 and whatnot. The God been riding with, you know, Cosmo Physics. He been doing his damn thing and whatnot. We melted Clubhouse on a few occasions, you know what I mean? At the Clubhouse barbecue, you know what I mean? Burnt it down and whatnot. So just introduce the family to you real quick and give them a, give them a brief update, because we got new people in the building. We do have new people here.
Yeah. You know, first of all, I'm gonna start it off like this, man. You know, I heard everybody shouting out with the roll call, man. You know, so salute everybody in there from Carolina. You know what I'm saying? I'm from Wilmington.
Wilmington, that is. That's right. You're a legend.
Yeah, you're real geeky.
Tell them who else from Wilmington, because they don't be knowing.
Yeah, you know,
legends is the goats.
Michael Jordan for sure. You know, I went to the same high school you went to, Laney. You know what I'm saying?
Woo.
Yeah,
that's legendary.
Right on the water, man. So you know,
does that give you a discount on the sneakers at all? What's the perks to that?
Unless you was on the basketball team when that nigga got on, that's about it. Yeah. But you know, nigga, yeah, we've been rocking for a long time. You know, nigga, I'm astrologer. You know, Cosmo Physics for the show. You know, salute to Rod Cool. Just had a solar return. You know,
salute to the God, the GOAT.
Yeah,
Rod
man.
Cool.
You know, dealing with psychology heavy. You know, you might as well say we got doctorates in that. You know, off the street. That's a fact. You know what I mean?
That's a super fact.
Yeah, and so we putting it all together. You know, we working magic. You know, we dealing with this tantra because this is what we talking about. We talking about magic. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And we dealing with this. We also dealing with this plant-based medicine.
That's
as well. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, been tripping mushrooms since nigga was 17. You know what I'm saying?
That's
so that
right.
you know, that right there off top shape of nigga psychology, you know, and then when you from geographically also molds your psyche. You know what I'm saying? So I'm from the water. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
Being from the water, and you know, we talk about astrology. You know, a nigga, Virgo sun, Virgo rising. I'm an Aries moon, 8th house nigga. So you know, still Scorpio energy. Yeah, man.
All day.
Yeah,
All
yeah,
day.
yeah.
Wait, hold on 1 minute. Hold on 1 minute. Somebody had to correct you, my guy. Yeah, how silly of me. What am I thinking? MJ was born in Brooklyn though. Yeah, Wilmington took him in.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
we for the wikis out there, we gotta be clear. For Sam Wiki, we don't want to.
Hey, look,
Brooklyn born.
Look, I'm gonna tell him like this. All I know is my mama was in class with him. Yeah, dude. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna tell you. Mama to the that's all the same thing. To the man. Yo,
that's a fact.
Yo,
so we're gonna talk that talk. We are definitely gonna talk that talk. Little Goddess, who is our moderator, she want to know what's your IG and your Cash App.
My IG is Ptah RBG. That's PTAH RBG. You know, Revolutionary Black Gangsters. You already know about that. Yes,
I'm glad I got you in the building, right? Cause somebody shot me a DM today and almost fucked up my life.
What they say?
The dude was doing the new moon and Libra reading. I had to take my app out and go outside, and it said the sun and the moon is still in Libra.
And so
I need some clarity.
This is what's funny, right? This is the app right here. But you know, everybody got different apps and everybody do different types of astrology. I just put this up. This is the transits right now as we speak. So it's funny how the guys move with the real science and the math. So if you see right there, you know, if anybody could read the glyphics, yeah, that's the sun and the moon right there. And look at that stinger, right? But you know, some people deal with sidereal, some people deal with different types of astrology. But this is the thing. As long as you know the math and it adds up for you and yours, please believe it. Because niggas ain't got time to argue about these shit. You know what I'm saying? If you know the math, nigga, that's what we talking about. And the math got to line up with the cycles because we talking about algorithms. We talking about time, 44 shit. You know what I'm saying? We talking about masculine and feminine, mathematics putting it together. We talking about being able to track cycles. So as long as niggas can track cycles, I ain't gonna let niggas fuck up my day. I ain't got time to argue with niggas. So we done did it. We done did lies on that shit. Niggas.
I mean, you know, some got to be put on record for the people in the back that don't hear it. You know what I'm saying? I do appreciate, you know what I'm saying, anytime that we can get some clarity. You feel me?
Clarity.
But you know what's funny?
I mean, because more so, you know, the sign of Scorpio is about seeing through the thick and thin, you know, the thick and thin of things. You know what I'm saying? So we investigators. You know, we are the occult investigators. So inquiring minds that want to know, inquisitive minds, that's all prime for Scorpio. You feel me? So perfect opportunity to inquire about something and put it to rest, to dead it.
Yes, yes, indeed.
That's a fact. You
that's
know,
a factory.
The thing about it, Scorpio got to go dig. You got to go to the depths, you know. And so going to those depths and being those investigators, you got to be able to tap into the shadow side, right? So the shadow side is something that's so significant about Scorpio and cycles, and just to the whole point of astrology, being able, you got to know yourself. You know what I'm saying? You got to know yourself so deep to where when you're playing out here in this motherfucking matrix, you know what I'm saying? If the shit adding up, that's what it's about. Because divination is divination. You got motherfuckers who can read coffee. I can't read coffee. You know what I'm saying? But what I can read, I can read. You hear me? Because I'm a Virgo, but Virgo just like Scorpio. You know what I'm saying? So I know what I know. And then outside of all that, I don't be got time disrupting nobody else's motherfucking life with some shit I don't know. You know what I'm saying? That's about it. You feel me? So
definitely.
Goofy niggas waste our time because we, like you said, we trying to save the kids, man. We thinking so far ahead with time.
It is. Yeah, it's. I can't even waste a second, my genius.
Right.
I can't even waste a second.
That's
like I'm gonna get into my score. Blue, is it that you say before we start the convo? Because you did hop in, and we give you the floor yet.
Get right, Blue.
Get right. Somebody want to know if that drip is Jeff Hamilton.
My man
says more Ross Hamilton and Jeff, but go ahead.
That's a fact.
What that mean? I ain't get that joke. What happened?
See, that boy clean. That boy clean.
Right? Niggas ain't talking
like
about
that
Kobe
Jake Paul
drip.
NFT. Yeah, they thought that there was one if that was Jeff Hamilton.
Look at him.
I said that's more Ross Hamilton and Jeff. That's more, you know what I mean? That's more aboriginal.
Niggas ain't talking about the. Hold on.
Yeah, go ahead, drip.
Okay.
Put on y'all life jackets, y'all. Watch this show with raincoats on. Niggas dripping. Flood warning. Flood warning.
Yeah. Let's not do that. You know, today is a Thursday, so I do purple. You know.
That's right.
So it's like
that's right.
My shit is in accordance. I stay in concert with the cosmos at all times. I'm just being obedient to the vibrations of the frequency of this planetary energy that motherfucking courses through me. You know what I'm talking about?
That part.
Yeah.
That part. You know what I mean?
Breaking the law.
So
but look, I was doing the science real quick because I did a post the other day about my odd imbalance with the Jay-Z and Dame Dash shit, right?
Right.
Even peep how when you do the numeration on my odd, it equals 8 as well.
Right.
Yet they play with the 42. So I'm like, just like Kobe, because he's a 44 resonator. Anytime you see a 42 or a 24, it's always either 4 times 2 or 2 times 4. It's always 2 4s or, you know what I'm saying? This shit still come out to 8. And I figured that out with Times Square. When I was breaking the code on Times Square, I'm like, oh, this 42 is 4 times 8. Because Times Square is a 44 resonator, hence the fact that they dropped the ball on 44th Street. That's where the ball comes down.
Right.
And itself is a 44 resonator because gematria time equals 44. Hence the fact that there's 144, 1,440 minutes in a day. In gematria, time equals 44, just like space equals 44. Because it's talking about the 4th dimension where time and space intersect on the cross. Right? So, yeah. When I see 44, when I see 42, I still see 8. I still see 44. That part. So my I add up M and the A, you get 13. And when you add up the A and the T, you get you get 14, which is a 5, and then you get 12 or 21, which is the 3, and the 5 and the 3 is 8, which is a 5. And
that
then
part.
12 or 21, so it's real deep. And then, anyway, yeah.
You niggas is builders. You hear me, man? Legends in the building. God damn.
Yeah, that part. Hold on. That part. Anybody that's interested in divine mathematics, anybody that's interested in, the science that you're about to discover that this brother Ptah has, the science that Blue Pill has, and the science that any of our special guests have tonight, I need y'all to hit me up, you know what I mean, on Red Pillar 75 at Proton Mail, along with hitting these brothers up on their socials and things of that nature, which we will be posting. Pay attention to what our good sister Little Goddess is doing. As you can see, that's the moderator. She has all of the information that you need. You dig what I'm saying? So you will be heavily informed. If any, you can't walk away saying, I don't know how to get in touch. I didn't get it. Even on a replay, you'll hear this, you'll see it. You know what I'm talking about? Go read the the comments, the live chat and everything. All of the information is for you. All right, let's move forward.
And I qualify it through Chadwick Boseman. The 42 is a 44 resonator by way of the fact that, he was quote unquote Jackie Robinson, but he first was Floyd Little, number 44. In the movie, his very first movie was Express. Floyd Little died the first day of this year, January 1st, And I said, what? It's going to be a 44 year. Then Hank Aaron died. And the day he died, I told these niggas in Atlanta, shout out to the A, I said the fucking Braves going to win the goddamn World Series. Now,
you did say that. You did say that.
They don't fucking listen. That's the problem with black people. You got scientists, you got prophets amongst you, and you listen to goofy shit, and you don't listen to real shit. You think that this is entertainment. You feel me? And you treat the entertainment like it's real. That's the problem with melanin people, is that they always listening to the wrong shit and they don't know where to lay their values at. You know the cause of everything, but the value of nothing.
To this day. To this day.
Yeah.
That's a fact. That's a bar.
Who gonna win the Super Bowl?
Like they ass up, Blue.
Today's price, not yesterday's price. Right? we could do it like this. We could do plays in different calendar days throughout the year to say we could get back black people out of poverty, right? By utilizing our minds and our prophecy to go get the biggest bag ever, because our people gamble, right? Our people gamble, and they use some of the silliest metrics to choose who's gonna win. When you got certified scientists right amongst you, nigga, pay me in crypto, and I'll tell you who's gonna win the Super Bowl, right? And the Super Bowl is being played on February 13th, the 44th day of the year. They paying homage to the kid in Los Angeles, which is a 44 resonating city, because it was formulated on 4/4, and it was founded by 44 Afro-Mexicans.
To this day.
Afro-Mexicans.
To this day.
Surely was. That's a factory. Facsimile.
Yo, Pico and them niggas, right? Black Africans, nigga.
That's
from
right.
Mexico. Olmec descendants.
Olmecian.
Queen Khalifa's land. You're
that
fucking
part. That part.
How, Sway? Take a few steps.
You gonna pay
how, Sway? Take.
Come on now.
That part. You know what I mean? We just getting warmed up, y'all.
That's right. Till you get started. You just get started, man.
It's not a mystery because they don't listen. And they listen to all the wrong shit.
That's a fact, though.
You've been calling Super Bowls since Blog Talk days.
Prophecies. Come on now.
That's the fact. You've been calling, and this is on the records. We got archives. If y'all dive into the archives, you will get to see our lives. Don't let me get with the freestyle, but yeah. Yeah. Go like, yeah, get your Scrooge McDuck. Yeah, get your Michael Phelps. You feel me? What was Caitlin's original name? Get your Bruce Jenner on. Was it? No, get your Greg Louganis, my nigga. Dive into the archives. Dive into the archives. Dark, yes. Dive to that, yeah, dive to that pool and bear witness. That's all I would like to say. Bear witness. I remember you called Kaepernick.
Mall in that parade, I'm gonna turn up.
Man,
I'm turning up with the city. The city
oh, with the Braves, right?
They going
with the Braves. Oh yeah, I wish I was there for that.
Hey, tomorrow Friday, man. You know the city going crazy, man.
Aaron, nigga, in a 404. The fuck is you talking about?
Yo, it's a beautiful time right now.
Grid, nigga.
I'm about to get in my
bag. Nigga, we cooking the grid. Fuck you talking about?
Right. Nigga. I was about to get in my bag real quick, but I will in a minute. We are all residents of the ATL. All three of us. All three of us. I remember when we linked up, Ptah, right? Yep. When you was brought, when the shaman introduced us. Shout out to Ghetto Shaman KB. You know what I mean? Not KT the arch degree, KB the arch degree, the Ghetto Shaman. You know, really Bobby Diggs of this shit. You know what I'm talking about? Bobby Diggs of this shit. Stacking shit. Dead ass. The Bobby Diggs of this shit. Real talk. Because he had the vision of Bobby Diggs in the beginning. He was the RZA to our Super Heru. He was the RZA to the Red and the Blue Pillar. He was the RZA to our Scorpion King. I gotta give him credit where credit is due. I will never go out like that and not give the Ghetto Shaman his flowers. He's a fucking legend. He is a wizard. He's a warlock.
Legend.
He made it. He showed us what this mysticism, synchro mysticism is, and you know, and that was kind of the battery that we utilized to.
The mysticism of the A. He showed me the Atlantis of Atlanta in 2010. You feel me? He brought me to the mounds.
To the mounds, right? He introduced us to the mounds.
Same here.
Remember, he did the video. He was the first one to do a music video on the mounds.
In the studio first, it made me commit to the music when we did Secret Chiefs. We went to the shot the video on Fox Transition Day, September 13th, 2010.
2010. Yeah, what y'all was doing then? What you doing 2010? So this is for the archives. This is because we put the names of the legends out there. So we don't have to do this. Yeah, so we don't have to. Because what I never want to do, I never want to eulogize my day ones. I never want to be the dude to stand on the podium and then give y'all niggas the documentary. I want to say they could, so you could sock it to their pocket and you could promote and you could support. And when you see them, you could salute them. I'm talking about drop your Seymour, so your peanut punch, and hit him with the salute. You know what I'm talking about? Even if you don't know the brother, just know that he's a legend. You know what I'm talking about? He brought KT the Arch degree, Black Dot. He brought Dice, brought Blue Pill, Red Pill, King Urias, Ptah, Tehuti. You feel me? And many other. He brought AA fucking Rashid, Batman Mafia, Anthem on the track.
It's a fact.
A few people. He brought this. We talking God hop. We talking conscious hip hop, mysticism. Right. This precedes QABALA. Shout out to QABALA. You dig what I'm saying? This precedes Black Magic. Shout out to Black Magic. This is the groundbreakers here, and he has to be mentioned. This is the Bobby Diggs of God hop.
That's a fact. Big fact.
Pay him in crypto. So he's a New York native, along with ourselves, me and Blue, right? And when we met Ptah, this was around 2009, 2010. Now we've spent about a decade. Well, I was in an A in 90. Well, you're a A. When did you hit the A, Ptah?
I hit the A in 07.
Right. Yeah. So I hit the A in 97. Blue was in the A before me. Was in
I hit the A in 95. Me and AA hit the A for Freaknik, nigga.
You was the Grand Marshal, right?
Talking about.
You was the Grand Marshal? You was the Grand Marshal? Was you the Grand Marshal or you just pulled up? What? I forgot.
We hit this bitch, nigga, walking out of Versace with nigga.
Yeah, the years, the statue didn't give up yet.
What are you talking about?
Still fresh. Statue's still fresh. You said Versace?
Yeah. With the on, nigga.
Yeah, paint the picture.
Before Big Meats, nigga.
Yeah, paint the picture. That's right. Who are you, the nigga?
Y'all niggas hot though, boy. Y'all
talk spicy. Yo, who the nigga on Big Meat's tail right now? Who is his enemy name again?
Terrell with the
nigga. Yo, that's the illest supervillain ever in TV history. The niggas on Big Meat's tail.
The nigga Lamar.
Lamar.
Yeah.
To this day. To this day.
Blue is Lamar. Blue is dripping like Lamar.
Nah, yeah, we was tearing the A up 95, 96, I think.
Right.
Running through this bitch. You feel me? And it was a different place. Look, the A was
super different.
Niggas left their doors open.
Boy.
Yo,
that's how safe it was.
I wish this nigga pull up. I wish AA pull up. The very first place that we stopped, it was an old timer. He was selling prostitutes out the crib. You feel me? But he had the door open. They was like, yo, y'all come in here and get something to eat. They was invited to the crib to have dinner, Southern hospitality. In the midst of him, he still had his integrity and his morals intact, if that can make sense to you niggas or not.
That's
right.
Right.
By Atlanta, uncut. the Cuddy's gonna cut, nigga. Like it is what it
Right.
is.
Cuddy gonna cut. Yeah. Kid Cuddy.
Look, yeah, there still was order to this shit.
That's right.
It was.
There's still a certain level of decorum. Look, I dare say they were still ladies.
I want to for the brother in Philly, real quick. I want to correct you. That was not the Freaknik. That was the Greek Fest in Philly. There was no the only Freaknik is in Atlanta. I was there in Philly. I shooting about
But look,
Jones Beach in Philly.
Freaknik is under the umbrella of Greek Fest.
I know.
They all were versions of Greek Fest.
I understand.
An Atlanta thing that it just got ultra freaky because it was the convergence road of quote unquote Black America at the time. This was the first time meeting people from other parts of the country that I didn't know melanated people came from.
Right.
The highway was so packed, there was no movement. Cars was just packed. I mean, imagine 85 with all of them lanes, and y'all talking about Atlanta traffic and it don't move. I'm saying think about it like it was a parking lot.
That's right.
There was no movement. Niggas was partying on the highway, getting neck. I mean, everything was going down right there. The shit was like a parking lot. There was movement.
Right.
And it's Aquarius.
Front to back activity.
Front to back. Yeah.
Atlanta is Aquarius. Origins.
Atlanta's Aquarius. Yes.
And
say that again. Say that again. Somebody just had cardiac arrest. Goddamn. Yeah. Nigga that spit up his mushroom tea.
That's 44 resident Aquarius.
Yeah. Speaking of that,
yeah. Hence the fact that you see so much 44 because it's ushering Aquarius in. And 44 equals Aries. So 44 is AA. Shout out to AA.
Salute to the guy.
Right? I discovered 44 when I was researching under the tutelage of AA. Getting ready for my lecture, Blueprints 322. November 29th, 2009.
Facts.
So, I mean, it's all relative. You feel me?
Right. He said Brooklyn dudes end up staying. That is a fact.
Oh.
If y'all ever want to get your town repopulated, first get some good cutty. You know what I mean? And then Brooklyn is coming. Kid, yeah. You got Brooklyn. Come.
VA,
they said build. You said build it and they will come. Well, how you think we got to VA in DC? We wasn't just following Alpo, Myrtle Beach, my genius. Like, yeah, it was that cutty. Hampton, Tyson's Corner, all of that. You know what I mean?
Southern hospitality, man. They get Southern hospitality.
Yeah. Translation, hospitality, Southern hospitality translation. Kid Cuddy. You know what I'm talking about? We was being treated. We didn't have to go to Brazil. Niggas going to Brazil now because options have dried up. Yeah, niggas going to DR. Nigga, Peachtree was DR back then. What are you talking about? Let's be serious.
The fact. But I think you was doing
what I wanted. Don't worry about what I was doing. But I pulled up in 90 and was the let's play it. Yes, that part. Yeah. Well, you want to do that? Yeah, that part. Yeah. I pulled up in Atlanta.
I remember coming back down for Super Bowl the year that
Ray Lewis, did you see? Yeah, the Ray Lewis caught the body.
Yeah, that was the year Nelly was coming out with Country Grammar because he was running around with a chicken with his head cut off. But his promo game was strong. Everywhere you went in the city,
big strong.
You know what I'm saying? It was crazy that weekend.
Whew.
We know the A back.
Yo, when I say crazy, I caught 2 charges that weekend, didn't I?
Contagious.
That was crazy.
You know what I'm saying? It was contagious, man.
It was contagious. It was electric. What I wanted to know from y'all, being that we all are familiar with that grid, is what is the electricity that Atlanta is? what is the magnetism? What is the magic of that red clay? I want to know the perspective of some AT aliens, so we don't have to be speculative, because there's people, as you could hear in the shout out or the roll call, that are from all ends of the planet, Boise, Idaho, London, mine across the pond and everything. So people, they looking at Donald Glover give them Atlanta, or they're only listening to trap music. They not seeing, you know, the science or a certain kind of perspective from brothers such as our we about that Atlantis.
So
starting with you, Tantra Poppy.
You did. So
yeah, I'm not calling you that no more tonight. Your name is Ptah, bro. I know.
Let me tell you.
That was a courtesy. That was a courtesy right there. You got a courtesy shout out, but it ends that right there.
I said I do it for the one time. But now you know what's crazy is like you said, coming to Atlanta, right? And me being a Geechee nigga from Carolina, right? And then knowing that every single place on the grid, right, has a certain or energy, right? And where I'm from is considered very Neptunian, just like it is in LA. It's Neptune, Hollywood, right? Los Angeles. But the psyche of where I'm from is nothing but water. So we really Geechee Islanders. You know what I mean? And to go to Atlanta and then to understand years later that it is Atlantis. You know what I'm saying?
Yes.
And to know that from the standpoint of having to get out there and understand certain things, like y'all was able to catch Freaknik now. I didn't get to catch Freaknik, but guess what? I got there in 07. So 07, you know, I'm 22. I'm in my Saturn Square. You know what I'm saying? I'm in my Saturn Square. And just getting out my Saturn Square.
You post BMF.
Yeah. So I got there right after that, was still around with, you know, I'm cousins of these niggas, and you know the homies that still being able to get little residuals out of the big bus, you know, that type of shit. So that's when the crunk era was hitting. I got in there when Central Station was still going. When niggas remember prime time of a Covenant Highway, you know what I'm saying? Real East Side shit, Libra, all that type of shit. So I got in at a time where it wasn't Freaknik, but the strip clubs was still a stronghold in that motherfucker, right?
Yeah.
And it made the strip clubs become even freakier. Now, I work in a strip club. Well, used to work in a strip club for a long time. Right? It's actually part of one of my karmic debts I had to pay off. But to be in a strip club post Freaknik, what it's seen is that strip clubs was lit before Freaknik, but Freaknik turned the industry different. Because if you know anything about strip clubs in Atlanta, you have to be there. There's this grandfather law about strip clubs in Atlanta. You can't build no new strip clubs. The ones that's existing are the last ones. Now, if you in Atlanta, a lot of people see me. And if you ever been to pinups, you know what I'm saying, right on the east side, right by the farmer's market, where you can get your organic, you know what I'm saying, all your motherfucking fruits with the seeds in it. Yeah, right up the street, a block up the street is a club called Pinups. And it's a strip club, and it's the biggest strip club in Atlanta. Now, everybody knows, but this club is the biggest. Now, what's funny about this strip club is that this was, I don't know the history of all strip clubs as far as the history, but I do know Pinups was the biggest, and this also was known for having I guess they had a male side. Then they had an all-female side. So literally, if you want to go see dick, you go over here. If you want to go see women, you go over there. And then they had a part where I guess everybody could mingle and play pool. Now, what's significant about this place, though, is that when you think of the strip clubs in Atlanta and have the Freaknik, what happened was that energy had to go somewhere. The industry boomed even more, knowing that it's a hub for entertainment. Now, this goes to the next level. Atlanta is Aquarius. Atlanta is Atlantis. Aquarius is androgyny. Okay? So growing up, I'm a Geechee nigga from Carolina. The first place I moved to was Atlanta. And so I hear stuff about, it's gonna be Game of. I hear all this shit, but nigga, I hear that, but nigga, I knew Freaknik was there. This is what I know. You feel me? I'm a young nigga. Nigga, I knew Freaknik was there. You hear me? I want to go see. What's the residual? I'm out here traveling. I'm on my hero's journey.
Right.
You
That's a
feel me?
fact. That's a
I'm on my
fact. That was I was
yeah.
on, yeah.
Yeah. You know what I mean?
Back.
And so, as a young man going down there, to understand the concept of how deep Atlanta is a hub in terms of a geographical origin, then to bring the science into it after so we can see what are we experiencing. We're going to break it full circle. This shit is crazy, but it's lit. To see how, when I got there, the first thing that I noticed was that everybody was hustling and grinding.
Everybody.
Nigga, I seen niggas up in the morning, nigga, with suits on, nigga. Now I'm in hot Atlanta, nigga. I moved to Atlanta when it was hot. And I'm seeing niggas in the morning walking down the street, nigga. I'm like, nigga, you sweating, but wherever the homie got to go, I'm saluting them, nigga. I don't know what I was feeling, but the energy. Ain't never talked to these people, but I'm seeing it.
Right. You could just feel it. You could read it. You read it.
Right. I see gay people here too, but guess what? I see my people out here expressing themselves. I see my folks able to go somewhere to express themselves. I don't judge
right.
Gay family.
That's
I got
right.
gay people. That shit don't matter to me. I do tantra. Right. I know what sexual alchemy is. I'm not ignorant. Why? Because Aquarius, we're talking about an exalted aspect of what rules Mercury, right? Mercury is exalted when it's looked at as Uranus, right? Uranus is literally sitting in the higher octaves of that energy. Mercury rules Gemini and Virgo, but Aquarius is Uranus. But that's the higher level because we're talking mental androgyny now. You know, now when I was in Atlanta, and to know about Atlanta and to know that it's a hub for Black people, the geniuses.
Straight up.
And you know, when we travel around the world, we know that there's geographical, psychological conditions from the environment and the external stimuli that creates the psyche of the people there. So that's cool. So you got Philly. I love Philly. Philly feel like a cultural down south spot to me. Go to Germantown, I be everywhere.
Facts.
I be out there.
Yep. And it's Dutch Georgetown.
Right. I be in Baltimore.
And yeah, there's certain places that connect. Like if you go to Philly, them is DC niggas.
That's right.
Because Baltimore is not even DC niggas.
South. They sound like Southern niggas to me. All my
Philly, Maine. When we used to go to Maine, when we used to go to the Greek Fest in Philly on South Street, and they had the tight jeans and the Timbs. They were the first ones with them tight ass jeans on. I'm talking about back in the days. This is like the late 90s. They had the coochies.
Shoot your head off. Yeah,
they had the coochies with the nut huggers and the Timbs, and they would wear the New Balance and the Asics and whatnot. The same sneakers of choice with the babushka, right? With the beer gang. The same thing that you would see in Philly in DC and whatnot.
DC, yeah.
Those are cousins. Like Blue said, B More cats are not as DC as Philadelphia dudes. But go ahead.
Nope. But you know, the thing is that so significant is when you go to different places, for people like us who had to go and travel, you realize certain things. When you realize you were outside, nigga, like you go outside, you realize we're really the same when you start to understand going and traveling places, right? Expansion, right? Jupiter, ninth house shit, right?
Right.
Because it's through the traveling that you get to see, because one, you are your own vehicle, right? You are your own Mercury. You know what I'm saying?
You are your own Macabre, right?
So
your light ship is traveling.
Exactly. Now, as you travel, right? Same thing with the mushrooms, the neural network starts to expand, neuroplasticity, right? When I moved to Atlanta, bro, and I seen niggas out here hustling, grinding, nigga, I'm like, yo, niggas could do that. Niggas could pull up on the side of the road, ain't gotta ask nobody. They just go,
bags.
A whole stove outside. With the cast iron skillet, and nobody stopping these niggas. And people get plates, bro. That shit turned me on.
The land of possibilities.
Yeah,
the land of possibilities and probabilities.
Big booties. Beautiful Black women.
Hey, yo, we gonna get the science of the big booty in a minute. You know what I'm talking about? The geometry of the big booty. Because there's nobody else that brings it to the light than the QABALA God. You know what I'm talking about? He got the science of that. He broke that shit down. He broke the hips, all of that. He broke it down.
Yeah.
And that red clay, like I'm so in alignment with what you're saying that, you know. But go ahead, because I don't want to cut your wisdom. Keep cooking.
But the thing is that what's so significant is that Atlanta and Atlantis that red clay is an indigenous nature here, right? When I got here, Stone Mountain was a spot that I realized was a hub too for consciousness when you think of the geographical origin of who we are, right? But what's so significant is when you study Lemuria and you study Atlantis, they spent, man, listen, man, I got books by Rudolph and all type of shit that shows these motherfuckers been walking around with information in the 1900s, 1800s, which we all know, right? But the thing is to think of time, right? We're talking about time.
Right.
And to know that Atlanta is a futuristic, progressive aspect, which is Aquarius. And when you have that many black people who come here and who have so much genius and so many ways of expression, because what is the opposite of Aquarius? It's Leo.
Right.
Expression. So this is where I'm happy to salute everybody in here because we really have to be able to understand at a high level in real time now how to integrate high level of consciousness out of chaos.
Right, right.
And this is where mushrooms come into it again, because mushrooms are androgynous. You see what I'm saying? It's an interplanetary consciousness. Cap in the stem. The cap.
Cap, yep, the cap in the stem.
Yeah, it's a unification between a masculine and a feminine principle, you know what I mean? Utilized in something that's called a spore, which, like you said, is an androgynous entity. It's an entity.
Fungus?
It's not a plant, it's a fucking entity.
That's right. And you know, when you see black people in consciousness, melanin, you see so many melanated people in a geographical origin that is Aquarius.
Right. So let's just go a little bit further for the sake of hopefully there's grown people in the building and you niggas can handle some commentary, right? They don't raffle up, you know what I'm saying, your juvenile sensibilities. Right. Atlanta is an enchanted forest that sits on top of a mountain, right? What do you know enchanted forest? Fairies, right? So the fairy energy is strong out here.
Big not fairy energy.
Right, and it applies to both sexes.
Facts.
You feel me? It applies to both sexes.
To this day.
That's a factory.
Because it ain't like these niggas this bi-curious or whatever they are here. It ain't like they lame.
Right.
Them niggas get to the you know what I'm saying? Like they have built the whole civilization out of what it is, whatever they get into. So it's on a 33rd parallel. It is a feminine grid within itself.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Super fact.
It's a feminine. It is a feminine. So the actual ley line is actually a feminine grid.
That's right.
And although it's androgynous, it's mainly governed by feminine energy. New York is the ace of. It's the king card. You cardologists can tell me. Shout out to my brother Malik. He could specify specifically what card it is. I think he said it's the king of diamonds. In Atlanta might be the queen of diamonds. If I'm wrong, I'm sure you niggas will correct me. Right.
Right.
But Atlanta is the queen to New York's king. And a geographical factor so we could get our minds in the right place. It's not down south. It's up south. And New York is down north. Topographically, if you have a map
to this day,
and you look at the geography, right? Atlanta's at a higher elevation. It is up south, and New York is down north. New York is at sea level, next to the Atlantic Ocean. Atlantis is landlocked on top of a mountain. It's an enchanted forest on top of a mountain. And the fact that you can find red clay denotes that there's gold in this bitch. Because
to this day,
where you find quartz,
to this day,
right? Those are indicators that the gold is not far. I used to go to Indian Creek with Ghetto Shaman, and we used to find gold in the soil. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. This
Pixie
is not up
dust.
for conversation. This is not up for argument, nigga. I have found gold speckles out here in the soil on some random shit.
Right.
And I know about the North Georgia, right? I know about the Yazoo land fraud.
Yeah,
Google it.
Yeah,
When
Google.
Andrew Jackson, when he created the Trail of Tears and ran the Cherokee out, is because they found gold in the North Georgia hills. This was the first gold rush. It was not out west.
Facts.
Do your motherfucking history, y'all.
Yazoo land grab.
Black Wall Street. Because without them finding gold in Georgia, in Cherokee, in North Carolina and Georgia, because if you go to North Georgia, the border is North Carolina. That's where the mountains is at. There's a name for them shits. I forget them. Yeah, you know, the Hager, whatever that shit is.
Yeah.
We be going up there
They got
to this
Hope
day.
Hope Mountain.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
They found gold.
And then
they did
the
the
Georgia
Yazoo.
mountains.
Andrew Jackson came in and did the Yazoo land fraud, where he allocated hundreds of acres to Europeans illegally.
More than hundreds.
Yeah, know what I'm saying? One family could get like 200 acres.
Oh, facts.
He was doing that. Then they ran them out. And that's what created the Trail of Tears. And by product, those melanated people who got ran out of Georgia, North Carolina, and Mississippi, they became the founders of Black Wall Street. And they tell you, okay, they came from Mississippi. They came from Tennessee. They came from Georgia, and they came from North Carolina. Those were melanated people. And again, if you're telling me that they were slaves or ex-slaves who walked there barefoot and they found Black Wall Street, shame on you niggas for not creating a museum, a holiday, and knowing every last one of their names because they're super fucking men. If these niggas were ex-slaves and they went to the middle of nowhere in Oklahoma, right? So crackers gonna run them somewhere where they got oil in the ground. You gotta ask yourself.
That's right.
What is?
They ran them into barren land that was oil rich.
And it can't,
right?
Yeah.
And they built Wall Street, Black Wall Street off of 40 acres, which was what you telling me was allocated just to one slave. Just
one slave was supposed to be allocated 40 acres.
Just
Black Wall Street was built on 40 acres.
This is what I'm saying. Don't ask me why black people is in the predicament that they in. Because they don't fucking listen and they ask all the wrong questions.
Facts.
Huh?
Facts.
What is you talking about? You know the cost of everything, but the value of nothing. Because if you did, no disrespect to Gillian Wallow, but this is $1 million worth of game.
Nigga, it's $1 trillion worth of game. Fuck is you talking about? These companies, nigga, Facebook is $1 trillion. Niggas, this is $1 trillion worth of game. Shout out to Wallow.
Nobody do what we do.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
What is you talking about?
This is Philly the Kid.
That's a fact.
Yeah, it's Swallow 267. This is Philly the Kid and Wallaby 267. Not Wallow, it's Wallaby.
What y'all need to do is go get them books, right? Educate yourself.
Yeah, speaking of books. Speaking of books,
big in Google.
Go get them QABALA God books.
That's right. Salute to AA, man.
Right. Go get them motherfucking go get them books. Educate yourselves, man. It's not too late.
Salute to the guy. He definitely got me in to write this book. That's why I'm so happy I did, bro. Salute to that nigga, man. Bring that homie on. That's good.
And that's why I'm finalizing my book too. He put the fire underneath me.
We going.
Hey, why I don't got a fucking book yet?
That's why I put the Tantra Poppy in there, because the gangster got the Tantra done. We're gonna drop that motherfucker in December. Top of December. So we're gonna get the pre-orders going. You know, we're gonna get that jumping off.
I'm talking about.
The second one and the third one. Yeah.
DM the God, AA Rashid on IG.
That's right.
DM the God and go, you know,
socket to his pockets.
And go get some books. Read some books, y'all.
You know, because I see what AA always been saying, right? AA, I love that nigga, man. You know, Scorpio, true Scorpio fashion. I like how AA used to be like, yo, don't talk to me if you ain't got my motherfucking book, nigga. Right?
Right.
And I love that because I understand what he's saying now, and I ain't even dropped my book yet. But what I understand is the significance of time that we dealing with. When we dealing with the type of consciousness that we got, the only thing to talk about is the language of the soul. And the mathematics of that. You see what I'm saying? So niggas ain't really got time, like, you know, if you ain't got time to get the book, dog, we geniuses.
Yeah, like when my convos with the Cosmos drop, nigga, don't talk to me, nigga. If you have not read that book and you don't have questions specifically, we gonna Goku on you niggas. And I'm telling you, the information, the level of info that's in this book, like this is the shit that you're gonna see something happen to NASA after we come out. Niggas gonna shut their doors and recalibrate or something. They're gonna change their name. They gonna see a drastic shift, nigga. Cause the game's over. The game's over. Shout out to QABALA.
They always do though.
You feel me?
Look, real talk.
Now hold on, just again, our people know the cost of everything but the value of nothing. Niggas is geniuses. You feel me?
Super geniuses.
So
I just want to say Sham real quick because yes, we do need a book club, and I've proposed this on this show. But what I did is I backtracked and I went back in the lab and I created something called Know the Ledger, right? If you know what a ledger is an open book, right? And what I also did, because when Biggest Crypto Play came out, was first into Discord, learn the quote unquote project, because Discord is social networking. We are on social media right here. When you find me and Blue on Instagram and they're shadow banning us and blocking us and not letting you put our name in a mention and not letting you tag us, we are on a bum ass social media platform. The days for social media already died. It's not dying. It been dead. You didn't get the memo because they out here sucking your data and all of this other bullshit. And the niggas we are always late to parties such as that.
Yeah. And then Mark Zuckerberg came in Scorpio and gave that shit the death blow. Boop.
The death blow, the lynch, he gave it he slit his neck, he squid gamed that shit.
Talking about meta means death. Yeah, nigga.
Yo, meta means death, son. Nigga, what you talking about? Yo. Meta underworld peace, nigga. I'm in the underworld. This shit gotta die. Yeah, nigga, I'm lit. When I saw that, I was like, I'm signing up. Meta means death. This nigga's a legend.
Needles and 5-year-olds, nigga. You in the underworld, nigga. You in the duat, nigga.
You feel me?
But you know what's
How
funny?
dare you niggas? Like you alive. Like this is life. You in the underworld.
And these niggas, look, 2 weeks ago, prior to him announcing that shit, boy, I've been on the 2-week download, upload journey, nigga, upgrade journey, right? Just going. You know what I'm saying? Just going, right? The energy is flowing like that, right? And one of the things that's so significant about this to the book thing and why all this shit connects to this point is that we have to see the significance of what we're dealing with when we playing hyperdimensional warfare. When we talk about spirit energy, we talk about psychology, we talk about books. We're talking about being able to pierce time with archaic information to people when we're dealing with motherfuckers just now doing a big upgrade. Y'all seen when they announced that meta thing, why everybody did a fucking upgrade, why everybody's phone had to get a new upgrade. You see how they try to force a new upgrade on every single platform, a rehaul of everything. Why is that? It's because people are having real upgrades in real time because we are the timekeepers.
Right.
Information for real, and they got to steady us. So by the time we done upgraded, them niggas trying to play upgrades on the fucking metaverse. They're trying to play.
Look,
bro.
This shit been in limbo. Hold on, Blue. This shit been in limbo. No, hold on. This shit been in limbo. We're in a quickening, and the whole shit been in a limbo. It took this boy to come forward, and he said the word meta. Everything switched and upgrade from that day forth. It been going meta crazy since. Are you serious?
And they late. They motherfucking late. I'm gonna say it right now.
And they late because the meta been here. We've been talking meta. We've been telling people to get on Slice, Iggy, J Crypto. You know what I'm talking about? Red Talks. All of these things been going on when we was on Clubhouse dropping the game. Sophia Hakeem Bey. Hold on.
With Morpheus.
Hold on. Yes. Hakeem Bey on Blog Talk Radio, Morpheus, right? Who was on a vision quest, the master teacher, Akalia. He came in 2012 and prepped you niggas with the sigils and everything, sigilmancy. He prepped you in 2012 and he told you in detail. He put out a whole box set about the metaverse, virtual reality, and this new Web 3.0 that we are going to. Who remember that? Put the fire emoji in the chat. That's why I be saying, where is our master students at? I asked this question 10 years ago about Dr. Valentine's master students because I knew who we was. I knew this small group, but I was like, where's all the niggas that was binging on Valentine, Bobby, and Phil? The ones that are older than us. Where they at? Why didn't they open up a metaverse? Where is they at?
Right.
What did they do with the information? Did they get knocked off? What happened? Did they take off somewhere? Where is the master students at that can qualify that they were sitting at the feet of the master teachers and they did something with the information?
Now I want y'all to see in the chat the question in the lament you hear of Red. You got to understand that this is what we have to do for the youth as well. So we are the youth of them asking the same questions. You see, because information compounds upon itself. So I see the significance of books. Because imagine if they do a shutdown on the electric grid.
Right.
Body shit.
You got time to
the internet
read.
is not coming back the way that you remember it.
And you got time to read
Mm-hmm.
information that is timeless. And based on your intelligence and your external stimuli or obstacles that you have to face, the information that you have can allow you to make better choices. Now, what's funny about that is that this is a time where Black people are doing mushrooms more than any other time because melanin is mushrooms and it's chaos. And we have to talk about chaos because that's all it is. That's Aquarius. And it helps you understand the algorithm of the soul versus the meta that they're trying to get other people to play to a meta and the one we understand.
It is the metaverse versus the multiverse. Right. And how do you access the multiverse? Right. Through your mind, through you aligning your soul. You feel me? You could tell that niggas have not spiritually graduated the physical yet to go beyond the physical, which is metaphysics. The metaverse is just, or meta is just talking about metaphysics. But guess what? The day that you got on the internet, nigga, you was already meta. It's beyond the physical. I've asked
beyond the physical.
Where does the internet exist in the tangible reality? Right? Can you localize it?
Right. Can you geo-target the cyberspace?
Can you tell me where it's at? It's just like music. You feel me? You can't motherfucking locate music, but you're affected by it. And music defies physics because two things exist in one space at the same time simultaneously. So, my niggas, it's just different levels, right? It's different levels, but we've been meta.
That's right.
And we've been meta in consciousness since the metaphysical underground, since the dark matter think tank. You feel me?
Super fact.
We've been meta from day one. We didn't read and blue pill the Morpheus of this shit. What are you talking about?
Right. To this day. To this day.
Me and Mark Zuckerberg got the same human design, which only 2% of the people on the planet have as projectors. That's for my human design people, right? I understand the ball. I signed up to Facebook January 1st, 2007, before any of you niggas. No disrespect, right? Niggas knew my face used to be on the cover of MySpace, nigga. That's how hard we had that computer popping when I was doing street knowledge and the rest of all that media shit. I didn't rock YouTube, and the same day I started a Facebook, I started YouTube, January 1st, 2007. I had 1 million views by 2008, and I got picked up by Epic to head up their online media division, and my first client was Nipsey Hussle. And he was the one that was vouching for us in the motherfucking meeting room. Make sure that y'all get them on board. So I'm saying all that to say that I've been like foot in step with this internet shit from day one. Right? It's part of who I am. It's part of my veins. Like, you know what I'm saying? I understand this shit inside out. So me observing where this shit is going and how they're turning over new layers of this shit, I'm like, yo, don't let them finesse you. Don't let them change the narrative. It's all perspective. You've been in the metaverse, nigga.
Look, on some Scorpio moon shit. Gretchen
niggas online communicating with, you can see my face. You in China, nigga. You in the metaverse. Because you can't explain to me where I exist in this particular reality that you are observing.
Facts.
That's a fact.
So you could be watching Blue in real time, right? That's one reality. Then you could be having Blue on your TV screen from another video that's playing on YouTube. That's another reality. Then you could be in Blue's presence in the real world. That's another
and then your child could be in a room on Instagram looking at,
Right.
you know what I'm saying, on
one
my
of your
page.
lives. So that creates a situation, right? That you have no idea how powerful that just those dynamics right there is. That's chaos magic in it of itself. But Sister Gretchen wants to know, can avatars fuck another avatar? And I'm going to get in my Scorpio bag. I'm glad you asked that question, in case y'all don't know, because of course, you know, you got to answer these questions, because people be out there Spinderella on the clit and everybody else, you know, brothers be choking the chicken and whatnot, because I'm just saying, this is human nature, right? This is human nature. So before they even announced the metaverse, they already took care of that. The virtual reality sex game, because you know the first thing that gets ushered in, because what was the internet built off of? This is the red pill talking to you. We in a Scorpion season. I represent the red chakra. The internet was built off of sex.
The biggest drivers of technology is always sex.
So
VR was perfected initially through the sex model, right?
Through the sex industry.
Through the sex industry, simulating a real experience through VR. They've already mastered that. We're not even talking about the AI robots. We're not even talking about the Android robots that niggas is fucking the shit out of.
Right. Yeah.
We ain't even talking about that.
We ain't talking about Robo Marcus.
Black Mirror shit.
No, they got robotic Mr. Marcus running around these streets. Dead ass.
That industry is popping. Nigga, are you crazy? That shit is driving. It is driving the technological breakthroughs in them creating simulated robots. It's the sex industry. It's the sex robots. The niggas is buying up during the pandemic. The shit was sold out.
Right.
The niggas in Europe was going bonkers with that.
So there's the sex dolls for the men, right? Which is like the Susies, right? That they used to have in jails. Just basic. They automated neck right now. You could get automated sloppy.
Right.
But the men thing is one thing, right? That's one. But the women, they've even stepped the technology up more with the women. The men have to catch up to the women, because the men have sex dolls that are like the blow up dolls, and now they got latex dolls. But the women have robo dicks. I'm talking about there's really Brian Pumpers, real robotic.
And they selling them in CVS on the shelf. Not even going to place. They got condoms in the easy I seen it yesterday, $29.99, $39.99. I'm telling you, conveniently. It's crazy.
I'm talking about an intricate relationship with some robotic, you know what I mean?
You know how they like robotic wood. You know how they like US jobless rate is skyrocketing?
Right.
You niggas about to be out of a permanent gig.
Yeah, that's why I'm coming with that conscious. I'm trying to save niggas, man. Because as soon as they got a robot that could talk like Drake, it's over for y'all. It's really a rap. You know what I mean? He could whisper some sweet nothing. He could do Drake captions in their ear.
And this is what I'm saying about, again, our people don't listen and listen to all the wrong shit. So niggas is giving you some Scorpionic Virgo game. I'm telling you, this time next year, shit gonna look different. They about to flip this shit on his head, my nigga. You are competing against robots, and you're doing a horrible fucking job.
Right.
We're not even talking about singularity yet. Right? We're not even talking about Internet of all things yet. We're not even talking about 5Gs completely coming online yet. Your thing is muted if you don't know that, Blue. We're speaking about the mundane aspect of robotics. We're speaking about the mundane. We're talking about baby level. This is Gyromite. This is early Nintendo. This is 8-bit. We're talking about they're about to go into 64-bit. And for people to be like, oh, meta means death, and what is this going to help me with? What we're doing and what we've been doing by onboarding you and by giving you this information that's ahead of the curve. But when you hear it come from Mark Zuckerberg, then you all in my inbox. But when we were telling it to you before, so you don't have to be a reactionary, you could be proactive. There's power in proactiveness. You could feel like that guy on campus when you're proactive, when you really got on top of shit before it became commercialized and people could come to you for information. right? But you sit back and you waste time because the time that we're in, and I was going to touch on that a minute ago, is about the aspect of time and the shit that the time that people are wasting. I went to a funeral yesterday, and I've been going to funerals a lot. And I'm here to let y'all know y'all playing with time because you think that you have all the time in the world.
That's right.
And you don't, because everybody, you're not willing to face the inevitable. You're not willing to face the inevitable. You don't want to have that conversation. You're scared of that conversation. You run from that conversation. You fear that conversation. And I understand why, because, you know, it is painful.
Right.
I don't yearn for it. Okay. I don't yearn. I don't look towards it, but I notice the inevitable. And I know that my time here is limited. I'm accepting the fate of being immortal. So I'm doing everything that I could do to immortalize oneself, right? Because when I do leave, my memory and my impact and my legacy has the permission to stay and still impact this shit.
That's right.
100 years from now, I can still shake the pillars of this matrix based off of the intensity of the work that I put in. So people that keep playing, as we make these rotations around the sun and we become wiser, you know how older people don't fuck with everybody versus when you 20, you community, you always want to be around niggas.
That's right.
The more wiser that you get, the more you realize that these niggas ain't about shit. And a lot of people is wasting your time and their energy vampires, and they really ain't about it like that. You begin to test people and you begin to really see through people, and your eyes really, you know, it's called the aperture of the corona. Your eyes open up. You begin to see the real light. So I'm here to say, when I sit in them pews and whatnot, that be my deepest download as a Scorpion.
Right.
Been many different places on this planet. You feel me? I get downloads in the strip club. I get downloads on Amtrak. I get downloads in the airplane when I'm in them clouds and that shit starts shaking and whatnot. And I'm looking at UFOs and I'm above the clouds. I downloads. But most strongest downloads, the most intense downloads usually come when somebody is laying in that pine coffin and I'm in the pews and I'm reevaluating everything.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about? And I'm reminded not of the mortality, because that's whatever. I'm reminded of purpose. I'm reminded about what they're gonna talk about when you in that box. Your money don't mean nothing. How many followers that you had don't mean nothing. How cute you was and all of this stupid shit, that don't mean nothing. That body that you got done in Brazil, that don't mean nothing. Right. What was your impact? Who did you help? How many people did you impact? What was your mother? How did you shake this bitch up? What did you change?
That's right.
And how, you know, who did you leave behind?
That's right.
And this is what I'm putting it on. If you show up to my situation, my going away, you got to bring a stack and better. I'm a put in my will, lock the fucking doors. We not gonna have no time limit. We not going into a church, so they're not finna kick us out. We gonna be in a temple, and you got to give my seeds as each person to show up. You got to give my seeds a stack right there. We not letting you leave and talk about, oh, call me. You got yourself an uncle. Nah, fuck that. Give it to them. Suck it to their pocket right there.
And then do it again. You got time.
And then do it right, and then do it again.
Yeah, you got an RSVP.
Your heart.
Facts, Blue. You got an RSVP with a down payment. We accept Zelle and Cash App. Don't rock my you not gonna rock my seeds to sleep. You niggas is not even gonna call my seeds like that when I'm not there. You're not calling they mamas, because we know what that's about.
That's right.
I'm not falling for it, because I be sitting there peeping game, and I'm like, these niggas is up there lying through they fucking missing tooth in the back of their mouth. You know, all of the niggas once you past 40, this shit go right. Niggas be lying through that tooth. So I'm like, no, give it to them right now. Sock it to their pocket.
Yeah.
Don't talk about what you finna do, because I'm not here right now. So we know niggas finna, you gonna get to it when you.
It's like on some mob shit, you gotta bring an envelope.
Gotta bring an envelope. Straight like that.
Envelope.
I'm a fucking legend.
Yeah, you gonna bring this envelope, nigga. Stop fronting. We not doing that.
I'm a fucking legend.
About the Scorpio, right? That's 8th house. That's other people's property. That's death, right? But the thing about Scorpio is that it only can transform out of love at its highest level. Love, right? And it's the psyche, the journey back home. And so that inevitable is also associated to the sexual energy because it is the sexual organ, right? Now, why is that so significant in Aquarius season? Because it's mental androgyny.
Right.
Connected to the organ, and it's a masculine feminine thing. Now, what men have to remember, and this is one of the things that's driven by the society, right? Is that the masculine and the feminine each dance this dance throughout this whole thing, right? But man's journey is to realize that the only way he can fuck the universe at its truest core nature is going to be from the mental, because that's connected to his genitals. So when your dick stop working, what happens is you have to be able to go to the mind, but you have to be able to balance the energy out. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that energy is what is the journey back home, right? Because it's regeneration. You know what I mean?
Yes, it is.
And it's out of love at the highest level.
But I want to go a little bit further on that because I started the framework for a company, 3 weeks ago after I seen a young brother who I follow on Instagram who I never met, right? His name is Act Murder. I never met this brother, but I watched his videos every morning for inspiration. He was the drip guard, right?
Right.
And he would do some of the most inspiring videos in the morning.
That was my guy.
I would watch his shit every morning. And it's alien conjurer, and he called himself murderer because he kills his assignments, right? Not like he had a body rack or what have you.
Right.
And he caught the thing. He was, alkaline vegan, but he was doing videos from the hospital like, yo, they killing me. They got me on these ventilators, and he's like, I got respiratory issues, and they feeding me milk every day and dairy. He's like, this shit creating more mucus. I'm drowning. This shit killing me. And then it fucked around, and he transitioned in that state. So I watched his service on YouTube. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
And the shit touched me, and it moved me, and it reminded me of a business idea I had a few years ago. I might have shared it with you back then, Red. Where I'm creating an agency that helps people prepare. For the inevitable.
You're a legend.
I watched this shit, I play all of my favorite music is funerary music. Life Goes On, Crossroads. Right. This for my homies. Yo, they got this one with Master P and my nigga Pimp C, nigga.
Wait, what? Rapping? A go away song?
Go away song for the homies, right? That's my favorite music. That's my favorite music, right? So I played my whole playlist. I'm like, no, I'm creating my playlist. I'm writing a book that will be NFT released after my transition. You know what I'm saying? I am writing a do not attend list, right? Niggas is not finessing. No, that nigga cannot come.
A deaf doula, they want to know. That's fire. Right? A deaf doula. Yes.
I'm doing personalized messages to people that will unlock when they come to my... Because my tomb is going to be able to read who's who. So my shit will unlock messages that I have for particular people. Put your palm print on my shit. And then this shit will be like, boom, this is your message or this is your gift. I'm already writing out what's going. So the whole preparatory shit, right?
Right.
Scorpio shit for real. I'm making it. And my shit is a concert.
Because if somebody touched my coffin.
Yeah, we're not doing no churches. My shit is outside. It's a concert, right? What Pac said, right?
Right.
Pour out some gin. Talk about my life of sin. Let every rapper know, nigga know that I rock. You know what I'm saying? Let niggas rock that shit.
Like you're not getting a chance to go to the repast, my nigga. Yeah. Niggas be going about their business. No, the whole shit is the repast. Fuck out of here. Like we lit.
That's right.
We lit, and I'm releasing a sex tape. That's my NFT release. So some
I'm out
this bitch. I'm doing the pop smoke dance. So they're like, what's up? We filmed this when I was 40.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm putting my time capsule together now, nigga. My release is crazy, nigga.
That
we
part.
The guys. And that's the thing, we the guys. Like it's to the point that we are the guys though. And it's like, who's better to write our own story than us? You know what I'm saying? And go out. We are the myth and the legends. You know what I mean?
Give me a
have
paper, a pen,
like
so
Blue
I can
said,
write about my life of sin.
no
a couple
fly.
bottles of gin in case I don't get in. Tell everybody I'm a rider. Nobody cries when we die. We outlaws. Let me ride, nigga.
Nigga, we ride.
Nigga, I'm going to that shit in the motherfucking the caddy, nigga. I'm going up to that bitch with my solar bark. They know what time it is.
That's right.
Facts.
That's right.
Facts.
And
that part.
Yeah, man.
We multiply. You know what I mean? At the repass, meet something and bring me back that night.
I don't want to see no tears, nigga.
Yeah, bring me back that night, my niggas. If you really about that life, bring me back that night when we ride, nigga.
Ride, nigga.
Yeah, we gonna have peanut punch and sea moss water fountains for you niggas. Get it right.
You know
and at the repass, all that. We gonna have some Tongat Ali, some maca roots, nigga.
Maca root, man. What?
The roots, you know, and it's gonna be in an Airbnb. Yeah, get a room.
You know what I'm saying?
But I'm gonna have my no-fly list.
That's right.
None of my ops. I'm gonna have my no-fly list, and at this point, when I do we'll have projections. By that point, it'll be 60 niggas. We'll have holograms of my ops.
That's right.
You know what I'm talking about? The niggas will be in high definition. You know what I mean? Their whole family, everybody. So we can't get it fucked up. None of them niggas will be in there.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
That's right. Because we got details, man.
That part. Yeah. You know what I mean? We got details. That part. Because it's not how you start the race, it's how you finish it. Right. Mm-hmm. And in Kemet, it was all about the day that you checked out. Right. And if you Kemetic, shame on you and Astaghfirullah if they got you underneath that motherfucking cross on your last day. That's right. And I'm not going to mention no names and I'm not going to go there. But I've been to situations where they sent away our master teachers inside of a fucking church. And that's not what they was about.
To this day.
That ain't what it was about. You niggas couldn't rent out a temple. These white folk graveyards, they got obelisks. These niggas got Tekkenus. They on full Kemetic. They on full Kemetic time. They in mausoleums. I'm driving through Jewish cemeteries. They got it all Kemetic out. Yeah. They got sphinxes, obelisks, Tekkenus.
That's my video too, my Pac video when them niggas at the mausoleum pouring the Henny out.
And I ain't mad at you.
That's right. Definitely. I played
that white with that clean white on.
Yeah, that all white.
We not doing black. Black is not
Nah, you're not doing black in my shit. Cut that out. We doing all white.
We doing red.
You know what I'm saying? We doing angel wings. You know what I'm saying?
That part.
And I'm taking my jewelry with me. Fuck out of here. Nigga, I have 20 chains on, nigga.
Because remember, when they excavated the mounds, go and do y'all research. When they excavated the mounds, they was pulling out skeletons with full gold copper breastplates. We was surrounded. They had water with jewels. They had sacred stones surrounded us with water underneath and whatnot. They had copper beds. We had copper plates on our chest, and we had copper crowns on. Fuck out of here. Quartz. Opal, amethyst. They had geodes and whatnot. Put all geodes, mad stones.
What do that tell you? What do that tell you? We've been here so motherfucking long, and we had so much time to perfect ourselves that we even find ourselves at the lower spectrum. We still the gods, and we know where we see where we were before, and we remember that that's a dynamic of love, right? That always has us go from one velocity to the other, really, right? And that is the sense that we have of life, right? It's a rhythm. And the funny thing is, we see at the end of the day, there's family and there's tribalism, right? Tribalism is Aquarian. It is your real family, right? Because you got a root, right? You got family that you come from, right? But then sometimes some people may not be blessed to have the people go on that journey with them, right? So they meet other people along the way, right?
Right.
And those people become your family for real. And like you said, like if you really fuck with me, because it takes a village, right? Because that's Aquarius. And like you were saying earlier about what's people's values right now. You know what I'm saying? Because we see that when you look at just everything right now, the whole shift in the matrix is based on value. Because to go to the next level at quantum leaps like we're doing with time, because we're tracking the time.
We are.
That's
and
high
we
level
quantum
intellect.
leaping.
And with quantum leaping, and that is out of love that we are able to get to these next levels, though. That is the trick. We have to share weight, the mayat, the balance of shedding weight, though. But you got to transform it, right? And that's something that's very hard to do, and we got to share layers of ourselves, right? But that's the beautiful thing. Because we the guys, we've been here so long, we so timeless. And we quantum leap, we multi-dimensional. That shit is gangster. And we see ourselves at every level. You know what I'm saying?
Every aspect.
Real gangster, man.
Don't get caught up about these fake ass, we're going to release the files on the UFOs. No, nigga, those are the watchmen.
That's right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Right.
Them niggas are paying attention to all of the fuck ups that you doing, all of the pump faking that you down here doing. Don't worry about Europeans in NASA releasing no information. The information is inside of you. If you take a deep enough travel, the deeper that you go inside, you'll see what the fuck is being projected to you outside, nigga. You know what I'm talking about? All of those light ships, all of those, your mic is muted. That's your ancestors.
That's right.
And they're not going to intervene and save you from getting knocked out by Debo and whatnot. That's not what they do. That's not your big, that's what your big brothers for. That's what your big homies are for. They contracted. They cannot intercede. Niggas is out here getting their shit split and whatnot. They do not intercede on your contract. You signed the contract. You signed that contract. Stop asking for help. Because these weak niggas, these scary ass niggas out here, these no backbone, no deject pillar ass niggas be like, well, why they don't land and help us? Help you from what? What is your real, what's really happening, fam? What's your real problem? Poverty? What's really happening? You scared? You scared to pop off? Your ancestors wasn't scared to pop off. You have smoke with the fucking state trooper, nigga. That's your biggest foe. You need them to intercede on that? On some hillbillies, nigga?
Right.
Fuck out of here.
To this day. To this
These
day.
are cosmic sentient beings. They don't even have bodies and whatnot. What you talking about?
That's right.
What you talking about?
That's,
you niggas are soft.
That's your future self, and your future self can't intervene. They can only observe as watchmen. Matter of fact, that's your great-great-grandchildren coming back to observe. You know what I'm saying? They folks.
Right.
They don't got to read about how this shit happened.
In the future.
You in the metaverse, yeah. Like,
right.
Is going to be digitized and accessible.
Right. Everything is going to be searchable.
The halls of records is digital. Your grandchildren will be able to pull up your timeline, nigga, and know you like that.
Thank you, Blue.
So yeah, all the way into the future, the great-great-great-great-grand, them children that them babies that's coming here now. Why?
But you're not letting come here too.
Yeah, them is them niggas that's back there in them ships now looking at you, and they fucking got tears because they can't intervene, and they like, oh my granddaddy's a bitch.
Right. At 3 days old, my son, who's an Aries, snuffed the shit out of me, and I was like, I know why, nigga. I know why. You know what I'm talking? He snuffed me. Boom. His hand to eye coordination is so crazy. He was breastfeeding, and this nigga snuffed me without even looking at me. And I was like, I know why, because I was soft. You know what I'm saying? Like, I understand why he did that. In the future, the same, think Google search, simplify it as to the Google search. They're going to be able to put a motherfucking day and a motherfucking time in a search engine and go exactly right back to you when you was out here doing whatever the fuck you was doing, something strange for a piece of change. You was killing off your upcoming offspring. You was doing fuck shit. You was out here lying. You was out here swirling and whatnot. All of the iniquities that you be doing when nobody is looking. All of the iniquities, you was cutting your pecker off, whatever you be doing when nobody is around because you're not in control of your motherfucking self. It's gonna be searchable. Right. Everything is gonna be searchable. You're under the impression because you got this fake ass four walls and a motherfucking ceiling that nobody can see you. You're under the impression that you're gonna get away with shit in the dark.
Spirit
doing lewd and lascivious type shit.
Spirit realm can see you, right? Them fucking drones with the them drones
the size of a fly.
The heat measure, yeah, them niggas can see you. The watchers can see you, right? Everybody can see your bitch ass. Stop hiding from yourself.
Right.
Your whole ass.
Right? I mean, you should live like the white man is not watching you.
Right.
Right? But you also should live it in a level like you always got 1 trillion ancestors, like your granny's with you, walking with you at all times.
When you niggas is on your Finsta accounts, your sideline pillow talking and hating, we are gonna be able to pull that up 100 years from now. We are gonna come into the room and whoop your ass. You cannot hide from this shit. All of that fake shit niggas be trying to do in the dark, hating on niggas. All of that is gonna be discoverable.
Look, the feds are gonna tell you who your friends are.
That's right.
The feds will tell you. That's how they flip Tekashi and all of these other niggas.
Your friends are. Because they ain't the ones that got all the records. They like, yeah, this nigga's telling you what they want to tell you in your face. Yeah, but we got the phone records. We got the text messages. Right?
We know what these niggas is really doing.
We know what these niggas really doing. So you out here gotten your folks looking crazy because the feds know more of your business than your right hands do. You out here lying. You can't be truthful and stand in your square, and you making yourself vulnerable. Right. Because they know how to flip you niggas like pancakes because they know all your secrets. Right. Because you niggas don't have no discretions.
They know that they can't flip loyal niggas.
Like it's not a two-way phone. And I be like, look, and I got this shit as a download when I was in the sweat lodge on Lionsgate, right? Because there was some fake shit going on where I was at. And they was like, don't let none of these niggas tell you that they love you. If you love me, that's a blood oath that you making. If that shit come out your mouth, and if you don't, may your tongue turn into a double-edged sword and burrow a hole out the back of your fucking head and your brain slip out, right? That's how to go to those lengths. That's how important it is to explain to niggas, don't tell me that you love me if you don't got no fucking love for me, nigga.
Word, don't even waste your fucking breath. And on that note, that's a perfect intro. You know what I mean? The motherfucking stage is warmed up. We've been over here dropping these bombs. This shit is scorched earth at this point. So you already know, on this Scorpio moon, my niggas, clutch your pearls and everything. Ladies, rub on your crystals. You know what I'm talking about? Because we about to open up the gates of hell and bring in none other than the motherfucking the QABALA God himself, the motherfucking
yo, Blue
King.
Blue, he trying to set me up. Blue, he trying to set me up. That bullshit. Yo, you are something else, young man. With that intro, you a legend.
A legend.
I see you, Ptah.
What's up, my boy? How you doing, bro? You the legend guy. How you? Love you, bro. Love you. You're a legend, bro.
For real.
Before we even begin,
you just heard what Blue said. Don't even waste your time saying that. I know you wouldn't even waste your time.
That's
real.
Facts.
For real.
Hold on.
My bro. For real.
I need y'all to spread the fucking link like it's a rumor.
These niggas just knew each other on the internet.
Right, on the internet. On the internet. Make sure y'all hit the like button and spread this shit like y'all spread rumors.
Look,
spread it like y'all spread gossip.
My son and them just bought the My son and them bought the thing. Look, it's not a game.
The thing.
Look, look. I'm over here. Look, we over here now. Just pass me. Look, boom. Sold. Look, Morgan Candyman. Morgan Candyman. Yo,
that's right.
Morgan Candyman. Look.
That's right.
My son bought it like this.
As he
like
should.
This, look, with the stickers. Look,
with the kicks. That's right. As he should.
He said, he said, yo, let me buy this because Candyman been doing a lot. You know what I mean? He need a rest. You heard? He need a rest. Did y'all get that? Did you see what that narrative was about? It's about whatever your social myth is that drives your psychology. So people be doing shit and be putting in work in the name of their trauma. You heard? And unexplained traumatic experience. And if you see the end of the movie, the queen said, let me see the mirror. Show me the mirror. Show me you. Look at me. Look at yourself. That's Candyman. Stupid. You Candyman.
That's right.
Do whatever you see bad.
That's right.
But we know that Jesus had what? Salt and a sword.
That's right.
Smite them.
That's
and
right.
then put salt in the wound. That's how I can help you. You heard? For real.
Right.
I can't you know this with your with all perfect Scorpio timing. You know you can't do this in social interactions. You can't keep pump faking with people that you actually say you love. You got to learn how to communicate effectively to them to help them. You heard?
Right. Right.
Yeah,
For real.
that part in its entirety. Fuck.
Right.
That part. Shout out to King Simon in the
Niggas be
building.
throwing that
Another
word around
legend.
like it don't have the fucking weight of the world in it, because I'm coming out the, they like the only thing in the universe is love. This is what the ancestors is telling me in the Sweat Lodge.
You my hero,
like,
Blue is my hero. Yo, Red, tell the truth. Blue is the big homie. Stop
Nah,
it.
Blue the
Yo,
big homie.
yo.
Blue the big homie. I done said that.
Yo, come on, son.
Nah, hold on. Come on, this started it all, man.
Come on.
Cut it out.
Man, I'm just happy to be here, man. That's all I can say.
Yo, you been there, man, bro. You been there. Ask K.
Real.
Look, ask KT and them, and ask what's the Virgo legend? What's Look, what's
man?
Look, the arts degree, but KB too. KB
Ghetto Shaman.
and
We
the ghetto
did a whole
shaman
segment
is a
for him
legend.
earlier. Yeah.
We talked about that.
Shaman is a legend, bro.
We said that's our Bobby Diggs. That's our RZA right there. You dig?
That's a
on
fact,
the record,
bro.
That's Bobby
right?
Diggs right there for us.
For real. For
You know what
real.
I'm talking about? We lined that up already. We was like, look.
But hold on.
We go any further.
Again, at a genuine love, right? Because I love this man as a brother, right? As a blood brother.
That's right. No flowers. Give me my soup. I'm fat. I don't want no flowers. Give me my soup. Feed me, man, bro. If you speak about me, I'm lit. That ain't flowers. You heard? Give me my soup, man, bro.
Came to see you on a visit.
Yeah, cook that soup.
And you hit me with this motherfucking book. There was a black and white printout at the time.
Yes. Tell
right?
him.
And I was like, there's no motherfucking way in the world that I'm not going to utilize every opportunity to build a platform for when this man come home, he could showcase his genius.
Yes.
And that's what the community was born out of.
Yes.
Love.
Yes. Yes.
Feel me?
Yes.
Yes.
People want to do something for one another without a return on that level of investment is what this community was born from.
Right. The return was what you did with the game.
With the game.
The return was like,
so it's mad people that don't do nothing with the game that come back.
I could give it to you, but what you gonna do with it?
They come back right. They come back
felony. Yeah.
Right. Come on. So I learned from King Simon. That's my big homie. King Simon he say, go all the way to the last minute of the beginning of the lecture and pass out the flyer. You never know who's coming in. You heard? That's a play. You heard?
That's that's game.
Flyers. Who think that they that important that you don't need flyers? Where do y'all get that from? You heard?
Right.
The Pilgrims is up putting up stickers on the wall with brands, with QR codes, and they lit. So you don't even do flyers. Who you think you that important on the internet? You crazy? People associate us to sorrow and mourning and bad shit. They don't associate us to a bankroll unless they associate us to a bankroll. You heard?
Right.
You feel me?
Right.
So that's where I'm going. No sad news, no bad news. 13 thank yous. 13 thank yous. You heard? No evil and 13 thank yous. For real.
That's a fact.
You know what's funny is that's a high level of love you got to have, man. Because there was a time I felt like I was sparing niggas, right? But it's out of love, right? Just in terms of the journey we go on with life. You know what I mean? When no sorrows, right? And we moving with the love, right? That's a high level of love. That's Scorpio, bro. That's a high level of love, right? And you said the traumas, right? That's some beautiful shit when you think of the tragedy, right? The story, right? The whole myth and legend that we always say we are, because we are that level, right? It's a beautiful thing, like you said, to meet yourself along the way, man. The hero with 1,000 faces, man. Like, just like I said, I'm happy to be here because I wouldn't even be writing my book if it wasn't for you, bro. You hear me? Wouldn't even be writing my book if it wasn't for you, bro.
And when I was around you, when I was around you, you were speaking the same way.
That's right.
And you never stopped speaking the same way, despite surroundings who was around. See, people is funny. You heard? Right. And they think conscious is always trying to be right. Conscious ain't always trying to be right. Conscious is trying to always be understanding. You heard?
That's right. That's right. That's a fact.
So I can see, you can see forever on a clear day when you look for those who look for understanding. You heard?
That's right.
For real.
Big
You should already have wisdoms.
That's right.
You heard?
That's
We already got
look.
wisdoms. You heard?
Look,
Anything outside of wisdoms, I need you to understand me. If not, then for real.
that's a fact.
right,
Big
right.
fact.
Look,
Big
King
fact.
Simon said that his moon is in Scorpio.
As
King
it
Simon,
should be.
you got
Yeah,
10
he's a
kids, bro. We
legend.
know your moon is in Scorpio, my nigga.
Yo,
Hey,
yeah.
come on,
You got
My
10
nigga,
Steves, kid. Hey, you a legend.
well, that's how we live a man.
You a legend.
That's
You feel me?
Right.
Let him know that the born day is coming up for a motherfucking legend. You know what I'm talking about?
What's 11 times 4? What's 11 times 4? Real quick.
44, my nigga.
Chill. Don't blow.
already.
Don't explode. Don't blue bill. Don't explode. Chill. I already know you do that. I already know you do that.
I ain't say nothing.
Yeah.
They got it. They got it from here at this point. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
For
Man,
real.
I want to commend you on a wonderful year, a powerful year, a solar. You know what I mean? The work that you put in, the work that you've been putting in. It ain't like this year as distinguishing you from other years, but you've been very consistent. Let the people know leading up to this special day for both you and your brother Ashraf, aka Lighthouse, the legend. You know what I'm talking about? Just give a little synopsis of what calendar with this rotation has been for you and whatnot.
Damn. That's an ill question. You ain't no fake ass podcast nigga. You asking niggas real questions. Yo, oh shit. Yo, hold on. I ain't got no fake shit for that. Hold on, I gotta think about this, son. Look, hold up.
You got right to it. No, before we do that though, real talk. Nah. This is what. Let's preface this before we get into that.
For that.
Me and Blue was reminiscing on the ATL trip that y'all took in 1996 that brought me to Atlanta in 97 and whatnot. So we were talking about what Atlanta meant in those earlier days and what's the magic of Atlanta? Why is so many people drawn to it? What makes Atlanta Atlantis to you based off of your carbon footprint on that land? You know what I mean? Because you sparked that shit.
Well, shout out to my ancestors. My grandmama nickname was Peaches. You heard?
Right.
Because they from Georgia. Right. So we got family down there, and then we have relation to the red mud. They call it dirt when you don't got enough words. But
right.
I heard somebody say they been to Georgia and they never seen a peach. You heard? That's deep. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So we was down there. We seen a lot of things. So peaches really mean abundance. You understand? So
yes.
why how appropriate for the colonizer to name a queen, they queen, or they king concept after a place that offers the most in the form of pharmacopoeia. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of my life changed. Fuck the past. We was down there wilding. I got the shirt right now. Word is bond. This is crazy how the universe, this is how I know this shit is moving forward in my behalf. I got my t-shirt. That's worth everything I love. I bought this from conscious dudes in the street. It's called the First Freaknik. And I was at the Freaknik in 93. This is a t-shirt. They was hanging black people. That's word the mother. I ain't know you was gonna ask me no shit like this. This ain't no pre-recorded shit. You heard? The first Freaknik. The original Freaknik. You heard?
Wow.
You heard?
Wow.
Legendary shit.
Was held over.
Find that, bro.
The first Freakniks. So, hey, NFT, oh, do this, all this. This is a museum. You heard? You know what we doing. You know what we doing. So we already had that. Promise you. We already had that imprinted in our psychology when we got there. I promise you, your brother will tell you, we was in the best hip-hop party ever in the whole world with Clark Kent, and Kid Capri, and we seen the nigga walking the alligator in Atlanta. We went into a players ball. We went into a players ball and we was fresh. We was fresh. Corey and them from Full Street seen us and was like, that's the homies, and then boom, like this. We was in there. I promise you, son. You heard?
That's some ATL shit.
Nigga.
I promise you.
Nigga. Atlanta Live 112. Come on, nigga. We was killing that shit down there, nigga.
What's his name? Clark Kent and Kid Capri. That's the best party I ever been to in my life. They play every single song in the world, only like 30 seconds of it. yo, like all night. yo, I was in there like this. Yo, I swear to God. Yo, and then when they said it's Brooklyn in the house, everybody in the whole shit was like, "Oh," I was like, "Y'all bugging, y'all."
Yeah, that was just shit something niggas respond to. They ain't want to get robbed. Yeah.
Word up, yo.
That
You
shit
a
was crazy.
legend. Ptah, you a legend because you still in the whip. It's mad niggas that fell out the whip, son, playing on the internet. You my son. For real, this Scorpio time, this family time. Let me just say this. You know what I mean? It's gonna be more casualties. You heard? You heard? As the days progress, but you lit. Promise you, son. Yeah.
Appreciate it, man. Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we appreciate each other. I swear to God, you a legend. Ever since I know you, you a teacher. You a teacher. And you teach with action, and you can rap your ass off. You be rapping ass off, nigga. I'm ready to buy your vinyl.
Yo, you know what's so significant? You told me something one day back when I first met you a couple round times. You know, Scorpio fashion, true Scorpio fashion. You still figuring out, right? Because you're my third house. Your son in my third house, right? So we met.
That's right. Talk that cosmo physics. That's right. Talk that shit. Shout out to Ryan Cool. Yeah,
the big homie.
Yeah. And you, in true Scorpio fashion, yo, you told me something so significant at time as an MC. And I'm a first house son that I didn't understand, but it drove me. I was singing music and you said you always rap about art, but you rap about stories or something, right? You were saying
don't rap about yourself, rap about the story.
Right. And that was something that I didn't understand at the time because I was a young nigga coming in.
Because people gonna hate on themselves. They hate on your version of who you think you is because everybody don't know that they looking in the mirror. So the thing that you find in another person is the thing that you looking for yourself. So I decide when I wake up some days and I want to feel better than I used to feel, I say, let me look at something different in a different way that don't obscure or take away my humanity. You heard?
Right.
And then I look at my people, the youth, who is doing amazing things like you. It's mad people from where you from, King, that never could see themselves doing what you doing. You heard? Where you doing it at? You a beast. Bring the book out so we can sell the book, man. And so, you know what I mean? Like this thing, it's time.
It's time. And I'm seeing that, and it's so beautiful to be here, bro. I'm so humble. I have no idea, man. You have no idea because nigga attract the stars, and it's so significant to the way we line up with this rhythm. Is so on time, and it's crazy because y'all are the brothers that I never had. Because my brothers can't go with me on this journey.
That's right. I swear you my brother, because you was around. Yo, he was around us back in the day, right? At KB, yo, them raps over there. I still got one of them songs. I was like, yo, Blue. I was like, yo, I'm a retarded nigga, yo. I was like, this, yo, and some of them was over there rapping their ass off. Nice. It's
nice.
I'm
right. Let me tell Ptah how proud I am of him. Right.
Me, I am, bro. And I want, and he's our artist. Let's support him.
That's right.
Yo, bring your vinyl out. Let us, your homies / elders. Let's Scorpio. Look, this is that Scorpio shit. Yeah. Look. Yo, let us do the art, son. Yeah.
No doubt.
Look.
I got a project. I'm ready to
the production. I promise you.
Yeah.
I would never be on red shit if I'm on Red shit, I'm about to produce. Yo, Red, I got an album coming out. It's on that'smyson.com. It's all
Yeah.
instrumentals, please, because you're an important person. You're part of the culture, man, bro. I promise you. Listen, you lit. I'm about to low key. I'm finna send you a copy so you can show your crowd. Because everybody that fuck with you is authentic. You and your brother. You is not no soft sucker. Niggas be pump faking. You done went through the fire, through the bit. Everybody, right? Like
Right.
this. These niggas be washed over. Like this. A few conflicts with poor people. You don't
Right.
understand their plight. I understand why you feel. You heard?
Right.
I'm going to give you a hug. Here
That's what
goes
you
a love
need.
drive
Right.
by. Here go a love drive by. Look, I'm about to come by and just throw mad loaves of bread
Throw
at
mad
you
hugs.
and
Here,
sandwiches.
Ricky.
And sandwiches. And sandwiches. Look, I got vegan
Smelt bread. Yeah, some spelt bread. Niggas gonna pull
yo,
up in the
you
whip and throw
hungry?
spelt bread at you.
Nah,
You hungry
oh,
ass
you
little
mad
nigga.
skinny. You need a steak, man, bro. I'm gonna give you the finest cuts. Here, boom, like this, huh? You need some carbs. You need some carbs, huh? Come here. Look, you need a hug.
But look, on the artistic side, my Lyft driver
Yes.
yesterday, I'm in the back seat. He telling me about all the videos he watched. Shit, he know it was me. And then
Right.
he told me, he was speaking about somebody sitting out. I had made a comment on it. He's like, wait, hold on. Turn around. He's like, oh shit, you wanted the pills.
Right.
He was like, yo, I want to tell you about that motherfucking Christ Consciousness album, nigga.
Right.
It's like I rocked it. And then he specifically, when he finished going through why he liked it, he was like, in the cover art, man, the way that y'all put the cubes and all of that shit together. You feel me?
Right.
So
Right.
that was
when I look at
artistic.
that, when I look at that,
You did that.
When I look at that, I say I looked at that earlier today. The planets is direct and in our favor. That's crazy, son. Because I said to myself, I could have did that better, but I understand now why I did that because of what you were saying. I want an ecclesiastic following. I didn't want no regular shit. We could do the picture with the homie standing on top of a Lamborghini tank. You heard?
Right.
They got the technology. The nigga could be on a Lamborghini plane with his head out the window like this, throwing up signs and writing. Yo, a nigga could be on a plane with hieroglyphics on it, standing on the wing with watching a DVD. You heard? Like this.
That part.
You could do anything. I say, yo, let's get this right with this to get the the ecclesiastic money. That's what lasts longer. You don't even need to see us. Real messages. I learned everything from listening. You heard? I heard a Valentine tape because of Blue. You heard?
Right.
And then I started sequestering and summoning that info to me. And because I'm a Scorpio 5 times in 5 places, I could do anything that I want in the physical world. I only got a short period to do it, but then my students can mimic the style and do it in their own degree systems where they at, according to their self-knowledge. You heard? That's my greatest gift. And I'm sorry to anybody I offended. You heard? In my journey. Word to everything I love. I apologize to anybody that I offended, but I swear I've never been socialized. I socialize myself with books and my context from my years from being 7 years old to 11 years old. Don't let that go over your head. You heard?
Right.
For real. You learning from me. I've been known I was a legend when I was 7 years old. Word is bond.
Now that is a fact.
Big stupid ass head. My mama used to bring me around people and be like, "Just talk, Ahmed." You heard? And people be like, "What the fuck did you just do?" Like this. That's a
to this day. That's a super fact. That is a super fact.
Shout out to
And guess what it is? Saturn. That's that Saturn square. That's
That's a
Saturn.
fact.
Time. Mama said it's
it's
time.
top.
That's a fact.
I ain't fucking with you. I ain't fucking
Yeah, that's a fact.
Yo, you the best.
Hafisa
You the
was
best
a
ever
legend.
did it. Yo, you the best. Yo,
Hafisa is a
Ptah, you see how
legend.
they doing me? Look, you the
That's
best
a fact,
ever
man.
did it.
Hey, man. That's legendary shit,
So
bro.
long story short, you know, Ptah, if he offering to do that album cover and you know, we could put our hands on it as well.
Man,
Legendary shit, man.
I'm down.
Nah,
to
this the play. This the play. This how I learned. Look, it's the playlist. You let everybody hear it and let us put the elders put it together. So Planet Asia is the one that made the dog food sound that way. You heard? Because
Right.
the playlist. That's why he's executive producer.
Yeah.
Right.
He had the time to listen to all of the songs and he put them in the sequence.
Right.
Look,
That's important.
I gotta mention this to you, AA, when you mentioned the
Scorpio
instrumental.
shit.
I was coming to your Airbnb. Y'all was doing election Atlanta, DMT, Dark Matter Timing, you in Blue, right? I was in
Let's do it
Buckhead.
again.
You was in Buckhead.
Dark Matter Thanksgiving. Dark Matter Thanksgiving. What's up?
DMT, Dark Matter thing. Let's do it. You playing? I'm dead ass.
What
I'm gonna be in the A. Fuck out of here.
Bring your own meal. Bring your own meal.
That's
what
right.
happened?
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
Do that.
Yeah.
Bring that impossible pork. Yeah, bring it with you.
Yes. Shut
But
the
look.
fuck
Look, I went to your Airbnb and we knocked on the door. In a minute, the door opened up, and I saw the person that opened the door. Something changed.
Right.
And then 15 minutes into me being inside of the spot, because you wasn't there, you made
Who
a
the
run.
fuck opened the door, son?
Mama saw Sabrina.
That's right. Let's do
one of your students. Right.
Right.
Remember, that's the executive producer on this project right here. Right?
Right.
That's the executive producer on
this
this
Scorpio
project.
shit.
That's right.
All day.
Ptah, look, this
she was responsible for the Red Summer, bro.
Right.
Her energy, right? Her energy.
She's a legend.
She's a legend. She had the feathers in her hair. She just, her energy, everything that she was on. I was like, yo, something is very interesting about this nigga student. And the more that she put a beat on a few days later, and the rest was history. So I'm
had all the equipment there.
Had everything there. A mobile studio. She had a keyboard.
Yeah.
We set that thing up.
Scorpio, I'm petty. We was babysitting the equipment, making sure nothing happened to it.
That's right.
Like this.
Hey, I'm down, man. I'm humble, man. Y'all got a vision that I always love, man. You know, and I'm always down, bro. Y'all, whatever y'all want to put together, man. I send y'all, man.
Hold on. I'm not even finished with the bill, but I hear you, Ptah. To take it back because that's 2020, right? To take it back to 2010, I'm knocking on the Ghetto Shaman door. Me and Blue pull up in Atlanta. We on Blog Talk Radio and whatnot, right? Where you could just hear us. People didn't see us. They was only able to hear us through audio. We were being like Morpheus in the first part of the Matrix. Neo hears Morpheus and Trinity in the Matrix. He doesn't see them. She had to tell him follow the white rabbit in order to physically see them. They get to see us on YouTube years later, but first they hear the signal of what we putting out there. That's why the Know the Ledge radio archives are more monumental than anything that I've ever did on YouTube. I just put 600 videos on my Discord group from YouTube, but none of them they lit, but they can't fuck with the Blog Talk archives. That's the magic right there. When I
fuck with Blog Talk,
we got the address to Ghetto Shaman spot.
Those were the pillars of Shu. You heard?
Yes.
You come through the pillars of Shu to become yourself.
Yes.
You heard?
Yes.
So
Right.
I've
That's
always respected the pillars of Shu, because when you stand on that platform, you heard, you have to be what? Your what? Self, you heard, and the
Mhm.
best part of yourself.
That's
That's
right.
the only
right.
place that you can, because sometimes we used to do the show and we be like this. It's so important that we speak. And there was times where the whole world did not even know what we was doing, son. Do you know
Word.
that? And we was
Yeah.
on point like snipers, like this, sniper,
Right.
like this, boom. Yo, open up the show, boy. Let's go. Boom.
Let's
I'm
go.
pulling
Right.
up like this. I'm pulling
That
up.
was our therapy.
You didn't even
Fact.
know how far this shit could go. I'm like this. You know how far it could go because we Scorpios. The moon is Scorpio. Yo, do the ha 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 for the Scorpio moon. Moon. That's
That moon, nigga. That's that moon. We need that. Hold on, because in a minute I'm gonna put the whole
please.
screen on Ptah on Tantra fucking Poppy. Yeah, I'm
okay.
gonna let you cook in 1 minute, but I'm giving you your flowers real quick. We knock on Ghetto Shaman's door. It's 2010. Me and Blue is together. Who opens up the door?
Yeah.
You, my nigga.
That's right.
The
Yeah.
same way that Sabrina opened up the door when I knocked on his room.
10 years
Right?
Crazy
later.
ass
Right.
see nigga.
Hey, what's poppin', man?
All right,
Yeah.
that's what you popping. What's popping?
Yo,
Yeah.
and this nigga's a Scorpio.
It's my birthday in
Oh.
45 minutes.
You,
Yeah.
oh man,
Okay,
look at that. On this moon.
Nah,
Look,
we over here
we about
lit.
to give you a present. The God is gonna read you. He gonna read the score.
What
Oh,
happened?
look at that. Let me see that.
Yeah. What happened?
That's crazy.
Dessert.
Yeah,
What
I need,
happened?
yo, I'm
Yeah.
gonna send you a cash app. I need that. I'm gonna cop that.
Nah,
But
we ain't over here playing. I'm busting plays, man. I used
I
to
already
snatch
know.
chains. Yo, bad bro, we used to snatch chains on
That's
Franklin
right.
and Fulton, man, like this for fish sandwiches. What happened?
Right?
Like
Yo,
this.
Cagney
See,
and
like this.
Lacey. We used to run out
See,
of
what
Macy's.
happened? Yeah.
Yeah, we was running from
Yeah,
Cagney and Lacey, nigga. we
serious.
was putting skates on and running out of Macy's from Cagney and Lacey.
Yo.
Y'all was
But
outside.
So now I was in Lennox
VIP.
today. I had to walk
Go
through Macy's to get to the
They
mall.
making movies and documentaries. But hold up, Blue. Word is born. MGP. Mean Guy.
Mean
Yo,
Guy Posse.
VIP. Yo, CI. Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
CE. Yeah. What
CE,
happened?
Criminal
FBK.
Empire.
Come on. Rest
VIP,
in peace,
Vanderbilt
Sharif.
Posse.
Rest in peace, Sharif.
FPK,
Rest in
Flatbush
peace,
Pulley Kids, nigga.
Rest in peace, Tone Capone,
Come
Ouija,
on, son.
Nah, y'all was
Takeem.
outside, man.
Come on.
Y'all
Yeah.
was
Come on.
outside, boy. Y'all was outside.
Yeah. Yo, they
We was
rapping
lit,
about
lit.
that we was doing as little kids. You know that fuck
Look,
with me mentally,
look,
son.
hold on. Look,
Mentally, son, the raps is what I used to do as a kid. Rap about me being big nigga like this
yeah,
downtown
free.
Brooklyn. Yeah.
Yeah, look.
That
Ching,
shit
look,
for
niggas.
real.
Ching, look,
That's
hold on.
crazy.
Ching bing, nigga.
Bing bing, nigga.
Ching bing. That was AA's name. Yo, when Ching Bing came around, that was, you remember, yo, and Friday, the nigga that got knocked out, his name was Red. When Debo came around.
Yo,
When Ching Bing came around
listen,
oh man.
listen. That's adolescent homelessness without your pops. You heard?
Right.
I was just
Everybody
about to say,
the culture and ain't nobody really paying attention. You know what I'm saying? To the
Right.
youth and their concern. So now
Right.
they outside.
but I'm happy y'all documented it.
Yo,
I'm happy
listen,
y'all
Ptah,
documented
listen, King. When I was a kid, everything they rapping about is the shit that they was happening when we was 14 and 15. You heard?
Yes.
All that running down. With all due respect, I'ma be out because I don't start crying on you niggas. You heard?
Right.
Because I'm lit.
You already.
And
That's nice.
I got plays the bus on my
I
you know
see
what I
you.
mean?
I see you.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Happy birthday, King.
Hey, man.
Let them know where to
Salute,
sock
God.
into your pocket on your birthday on the 13th, because I see that you want that iPhone. You want as many of them as they could get. It's the
Absolutely.
iPhone 13 on the 13th. So,
I need
let
the
them.
iPhone 17, son.
That's right.
The
The
17
the
chakra.
future. Yeah.
That part.
The
8G.
I need the satellite chakra. The shit.
That's right.
Oh,
That's right.
look,
Right.
they already made it. It's like, yo, who's the developer? You heard? The
That's right.
Wizards. You heard? They
Right.
can see everything. They like this.
They
I
made
need
it happen.
the 21st iPhone now,
Right.
immediately.
That
Fact.
part.
Real.
Oh, we win.
That
We
part.
the
That
guys,
part.
legends.
Nah, stupid. I
I
Salute,
love you,
though.
God.
I love
I
y'all.
love you, bro. We're gonna get up. We're gonna make magic. All right.
Love
We
y'all.
got some announcements to make, but yeah, salute to you, man. We're gonna let them know what's happening the next time we link. All right.
Inshallah.
Inshallah. All right. Peace to the God.
Peace, God. Love you.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So, like I was saying a minute ago, you opened that door to the studio and we met you for the first time, and we were both observing each other, what I'm talking about.
That's
And
right.
the transformation, the elevation, the edification, you know what I mean? The caterpillar to a butterfly, the hero's journey,
That's right.
all of these things that have taken place in that decade and whatnot, and then some, because it's more than 10 years. You feel me? I'm just here to salute you, to let you know, in case you've heard it before, but like I said, I don't want to be standing on podiums and pews giving people the fucking truth when they're not here to hear it. You know what I mean? I gotta let you know right now, so it's of significance. You dig? So you that nigga. You know what I'm talking about? And you gonna continue to be him and keep growing, keep doing what you do. Yeah, that
Bro, I
part.
appreciate that, bro. This it's so beautiful how the universe works, because this come at a most significant time in a hero's journey and where I'm at this time. And in the Scorpio season, and y'all are in my third house. You know what I'm saying? And that's the house
Right.
of sisters and brothers. And I got sat into Pluto there. You know what I'm saying? So I had to divorce my family in terms of brothers at a certain age psychologically, because Pluto is the psyche, right? So
Right.
that right there by itself sets you off on the hero's journey, right? And so this is why even when we think about psychology, we see that the black sheep is the black sheep. You know what I'm saying? That black sheep is an archetype for sure that we can identify with down here, as we move through time. But it's a refining thing as a black sheep, so that's why I appreciate it so much, bro, because at a time like this where significant things is happening in our lives, we're able to transform and grow, right? That sheep that was black, you literally turn into a diamond. You know what I'm saying? You literally just turn into a diamond based off of illuminating, right? Expressing yourself and literally shining your light, right? Because that's how you pierce time, right? We live in a multifractal universe, so those are angles of light. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's right. So
I'm an arch angle.
that's right. You see what I'm saying? So we're able to literally pierce through time. You know what I'm saying? That's the beauty of it. So
Right.
salute, bro. And
You already.
it's a significant time where I'm about to drop the book. You know what I mean? And I see a lot of people ready to support it. So it's so beautiful how it works like this. I've been tracking my own chart for a long time. So this is why astrology is so significant. And I do readings and all those things like that where, the clientele has always been majority women. But, as a man, to know astrology has been something very significant, So that's one of the beautiful things, bro, to identify and track the journey back home through the archetypes, right? The signs and the symbols and the ability to understand the cycles and the algorithms, right, of life.
Right.
And
it's one of the cheat codes.
It's cheat code just like that. And so it's a beautiful time.
While we on that topic, and it's only right. Let me bring Blue back in. It's only right that being that we're on the Scorpion moon, and this is what you do. I'm talking about that. You go ahead and cook for the people, and just let them know what to look out for the tonight going into tomorrow. What the significance of the Scorpio moon is. Me and Blue gonna fall back, and we're gonna let you cook. All right.
That's what's up. I'll just look at the chart. I usually just look at the chart real quick. It's always good to keep something handy on here. What I usually do is I go by looking at the chart right now. We got Cancer rising right now, so the moon is sitting in the 4th house. So we're talking about home. We're talking about comfort. We're talking about familiarity. We're talking about aspects of energy that allows us to transform at a high level of getting out of our fears or our comfort zone, right? So a beautiful thing about the chart right now with Scorpio is that at this current moment, because I'm reading the chart from the current moment, right? So that's how we give real-time accuracy in terms of what we're all feeling, what makes this so significant, because it only takes a few of us to be here to witness God. So that's what we're doing now, you know. So salute to everybody who can see us in the metaverse, because we live within it, right? The matrix. So we're able to pierce time like we do now. And to look at the stars and to see how the moon is the mother, that's the maternal energy. That is the cosmic energy too of the planet. You know, everybody has a moon because everybody has the archetypical aspect of nurturing themselves. You know what I mean? We like how AA say, you know, the belly, the food, nurturing yourself. You know, that stomach is a powerful it's a powerful mechanism to get you to move. And when
second brain.
Yeah.
Abdominal brain.
Right.
Nigga, God is gut, right? So
right.
that's
God
where,
is goop. Right.
God is goop, and his goop is gut. So we can identify, you know, where does God exists in the stomach.
And think about this. And when you got mouths to feed, that makes you go to another level. You know, when it's yours first, and then you got mouths to feed, right? So it's Scorpio season, right? And we're talking about psychology as well as the biological aspect, right, of the feminine, right? Because it's the moon as well, right? So it's a beautiful time to talk about this at a high level like this, because it's the Scorpio. And the Scorpio with Pluto energy is also transformed through love, trauma, right? Trauma as well, but trauma is an entry point to healing, right? It has to be significant to the journey to make it all make sense, right? So to have the biological nature as well as the hunger tied together as your two strongest urges to thrive in this world and compete and somehow think of the future, right? When you have kids, because we have a sexual energy, but that's a creative energy. And there's a spiritual energy attached to that. And the food is a connection to a moon source that is what we would call paranormal or supernatural or metaphysical, right? Or veiled, you know, to a degree. And that's a moon energy that's driven by familiarity and home. And that's something that we all feel connected to. And when you put Cancer on the ascendant, you got Aquarius in the 8th house. So when you got Aquarius in the 8th house, what you have is an androgynous nature of the feminine energy and the masculine energy. And the 8th house is a union, a cult or a taboo union or a dark transformative union, right? That has a trauma connected to it. But the trauma is not something that is to be seen at the surface. It has to be going at the deepest level, right? And that deepest level is a transformative aspect. That level is love, right? At the highest level. But that's a water element, right? And then we're talking about Pisces as another element that exalts it out of the elements. And that's transcendental and that's unconditional love, right? So we're talking about seeing this through time and cycles. So to see Scorpio energy right now, we're all somehow on the planet feeling these energies. We got the Sun square Saturn in a planetary level right now, where we may be at certain places where we may feel blocked, right? And so we're having to deal with the issues of the ego or the soul, right? Or the hero's journey to get past these levels. So it's a beautiful thing that we're passing these tests based off of knowing the obstacles. You can get through it through love. You know what I'm saying? So we're giving our flowers. It's a transformative thing of a deep level. And it pierces the psyche because that's Scorpio. And the psyche is something that travels through time. So this is why y'all are able to track time. 44, y'all are able to track time, right? And it's sniping for sure because it's the psyche. It's the innermost vulnerable part of who we are, right? But it drives us at so many levels, because if you think about how long we're immortal, we live so many lifetimes that compounded upon the soul, we have so many moments of time that we lived on the planet, right? You know, I've been on my own side 16 and I started tripping mushrooms when I was 17, right? So the spirit had me trip mushrooms around white boys because nobody where I'm from was that bold enough to trip mushrooms where I'm from. And keep them out from the water.
Right.
So I'm a Geechee nigga. And so I've been an outside nigga. You know, I got cotton fields in my backyard, sweet potatoes all day. Like, we ain't know nothing about You know what I mean? I'm 5 minutes up the road from the beach. I got 3 beaches in my hometown. You know what I mean? So the psychology of I had to leave my home at 16 because the psyche that where I was at, because my family grew up Jehovah's Witness. And where I'm from is, Wilmington in 1896. For those who know about the Wilmington insurrection, that's a significant thing. We was talking about Black Wall Street earlier. It's so significant because where I'm from, we was running that shit. And there's something so grained in our psyche, right, that travels through time we find our journey back home. And then to look at what Scorpio means is the trauma and to transform that. And psychedelics allows you to see an aspect of trauma, right? And I did this at 17 as a young nigga. And think about, like we was talking about earlier, about at that age, most people are in the herd mentality. You're trying to socialize, right? We're trying to socialize. This is a lot of people who were pre-internet, so you had to be outside. That's why we're some of the ones from the generations prior to who experienced what it was before internet. You had to be outside. You know what I'm saying? So
right.
What it does to your psyche at an age like that, and to be able to give the wisdom back at a time like this, it's out of love at the highest level, because we see death and time and we find ourselves clocking it. And it's funny that AA says 7 years old, because at 7, that's the Saturn square, that's time, right?
Right.
That's what the first aspect of where they also talk about, where the calcification of the pineal gland can take place based on the fact that you come from a magical and spiritual essence, where when you get compounded with time, or the aspects of time revolving around the sun, or seconds, right? Because everything starts moving, it's all mathematics. So a year is one long day, right? And so when you go on that journey, and you know, I dealt with mushrooms at 17, to where the worst thing that I had to do was be outside away from my family, but I'm an outside nigga, right? And it wasn't no going back, because I could not fathom a religion that had a white Jesus. I could not fathom how people who were older than me, and I'm at a young age reading at a 12th grade reading level, but I couldn't read Harry Potter. I couldn't do a lot of things. I'm one of the first niggas who remember being able to be on internet at my age, right, in my city, having a laptop and access to YouTube, and I'm seeing Malcolm X videos, and I'm not being able to watch that type of shit, right? What it does to a psyche is somebody who's just trying to identify, right? You're trying to find that mirror. You're trying to find identity. And when you feel excluded, right, you seek to go on a journey to find home somewhere else, right? But we don't know that, right? So when I took psychedelics at an age like that, bro, I pierced through time at a level, at a young age, that it made me question so much about what an adult was, right? Or what is real knowledge, right? And Scorpio makes you go on that journey. So that journey that we all find ourselves to go on is really a journey to the self. But we see an external vision of everything that's going on, right, on the inside. So these are archetypes, like we was talking about, right? So Scorpio allows you to go on that deep journey inward, right? It's the union of the self first, and then you meet yourself outside of you. You know, so these are different levels of cycles that is very significant. So to talk about it on a Scorpio, it makes us find that way back home. You know what's funny is that some of the most paranormal and time cosmic magical shit has been happening over the last year and a half, bro, that every single time you go deeper and deeper, you realize the nature is something that's so archaic to us, that the power that we have to see that power in ourselves. And it's a humbling thing, because we're timeless. And that shit right there says a lot, but we have an infinite time in this transitory state, right? So that's Scorpio. That's that part of ourselves that we seek union with, and we try to balance it out with love at the highest level, because we meet it at different cycles, right? So it's very significant that we travel this journey, and y'all track time, and we start to see time, and we're starting to see how operating systems are trying to mimic the time that we have, right? The time that we have is an infinite time. That's a psychological thing. Mythology, we have the myth. So we're writing our stories out. Like you said, it's a dark thing to see yourself. It's the shadow work. That shadow part is what integrates you fully to yourself. I tripped mushrooms, bro, and I had downloaded the Wiz album on Apple Music, dog. I ain't never downloaded the Wiz shit, dog. Some say eat some mushrooms, dog, and that shit tripped me out, but it tripped me out in the way that got me back home. Wiz album, the Wiz, and it played in something that was so mystical.
That's a magical movie. Yeah, that's magical.
Magical. Whew. Scorpio, transformation at the highest levels through love. Even if it kills you, it has to be out of love. That's a hard thing.
Right.
That's a hard thing, you know, because you have to survive out here, right? And Scorpio is survival. And think about what I'm saying when I say Aquarius is in the 8th house. If you put Cancer on the ascendant, Cancer on the ascendant is the moon. That's the archetypical mothering energy. So Aquarius in the 8th house put Scorpio literally in the 5th, transformation, right? This is some energy that we have to look at a high level to see what does it mean to give creative birth. There's some pain in it, right? But we wouldn't have the beautiful expression of who we are. We didn't have that pain, right? So that's a psychological, almost like an anomaly, right? Because it's like a game. So to get out of it, you have to take it serious, but you also have to move with love, right? So expansion as you meet people along the way is Jupiter. That is comedian. So you have to find jokes in it, right? So let's talk about Dave Chappelle, right? Because Virgo thinks like Scorpio, right?
Right.
If you put Virgo on the ascendant, Dave Chappelle is what we would call a star. A star is somebody who is able to pierce time as well. And he's showing high-level mathematics of psychological aptitude of what the gods do when we play it at the high level like that and show that people still in their mind can't face aspects of their own self. You see what I'm saying? He's piercing time. It's not even about the money, but he's able to get money. It's a passion economy, like you say.
Right.
You see what I'm saying?
He's deep in his passion bag.
You feel me? And that's a high level of love you got to have. That's passion. You know what I'm saying? And guess what? Aquarius is the shadow side of Leo. Leo is the passion. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
It's angles of light, and this shit add up. This shit is real, bro. Salute. It's perfect timing. Everything's in perfect alignment, man.
You already know. You already know. You know what I'm talking about? Perfect alignment. Perfect. You know what I mean? Everything is perfect. You know, nothing is out of order. Nothing is out of place. Everything that was happening has been written. Everything that's occurring, supposed to occur. Everything that is taking place in society that you may deem dysfunctional is very functional. We in the Kali Yuga, my niggas. You know what I'm talking about? We in the Kali Yuga. If you was really into that shit, when you bending like a fucking pretzel and reading about the Kali Yuga, my nigga, you know, what do you think that means? What do you think you're going to see when you go outside? What do you think that this shit's supposed to look like and smell like? What do you think that, you know, what you think the op's supposed to be doing? You know, we're in the midst of it. We're in the throes of it. You know, sometimes you could be in it and not of it, but don't even know that you in that bitch. You know what I mean? So we're deeply in, we're nestled in it right now. What a motherfucking time to be alive. What a motherfucking time to be here. For those of us who signed to come back, you know what I mean? Salute to everyone who's on assignment. You know what I mean? That's where my love goes. If you on assignment, I'm infatuated with you. If you on assignment, you got love from me because I love those that are on assignment, walking with motherfucking purpose. And I'm not here to judge. I'll be here to smudge, but I'm not smudging. I'm not judging nobody on purpose. If you on purpose, you on purpose. I'm here to observe. I'm going to observe that you on purpose. And what the fuck can I say? I'm going to look like a goofy to try to shame you because you on purpose. You know what I mean? I look stupid trying to shame you if you on purpose.
That's right.
Purpose is purpose.
That's right.
It's not my class. I don't, you know what I mean? It ain't my judgment to be like, nah, this person this or this person that. Understand what judgment is and realize if motherfuckers are in purpose or not.
And look at the discernment that you have. That's a high level discernment to find purpose within people. You know what I'm saying? That's high level
discernment. High level, right? You know what I'm saying? As you hone your Scorpio skills, you're able to see you're able to discern and you're able to see purpose when the person is walking down the block. I don't even have to meet you yet, and I could see that you in purpose. I could see a certain light in a person's eyes. I could see through your glasses if they're tinted, and I could still tell if you're in purpose or not. I could tell from 5 minutes of a conversation if you're in purpose or not. And if you're not in purpose, I'm still not going to judge you because we have tools upon tools upon tools upon tools. Because as the assignment that me and Blue Pill signed up as the pillars, we're not here to enjoy all of the trappings. That's not our job. We're not here to shine on you niggas and to dangle all of these fucking carrots to make you, you know what I mean, lust after what it is that we have that you don't think that you can acquire. No. That's not our job. Our job as the twin pillars, as the pillars in this matrix where the arch degree holds it up, is to help usher motherfuckers through these gates. That's our job. And to be in purpose, to be on purpose. That's why I share with people my first name, Philip, is Red Pill. PHI is phi and LLIP flipped around is pill. And I had to flip around. I had to do a 180. I had to turn in my angles and whatnot in order for a certain type of light to shine upon me. You know, like my brother Blue, he was the one that gave me the blue pill. No, he gave me the red pill, to be honest with you. He helped wake me up. You know what I mean? And by doing that, I was able to turn into my angles, and I turned into myself. And then I found myself. So I started living into purpose. And then when my son was born, it solidified who I was and who I wasn't.
Right.
So we are all living in purpose. You can't be me. I can't be you. I don't want to be you. You should not want to be me. You talking nigga to step into these Nikes and you might break your ankles. You dig what I'm saying?
Fact.
You think that you stepping into these shoes, but this shit these shoes deeper than Lake Lanier. You know what I mean? You might drown in these shoes.
Right. So Oscarville under that.
And these Fila slippers, nigga. Like, you might drown in these Gucci shoes, these Gucci slippers, and these Gucci flip-flops. You don't want to put these Gucci flip-flops on. You know, they're fitted for my feet like Cinderella's were. You dig what I'm saying? They were made. These are some tailor-made tennis shoes, my nigga.
That's a fact.
Find your own, find your own sneakers, find your own kicks, bro, and walk that walk.
Passion economy, bro. That's
passion.
You gotta
see it, right? You see it, right? Big passion. Where
that's a heartbeat.
Right. Where the streams of income have now multiplied exponentially. Right? And a nigga could go and turn his phone on and get lit and get rich just being him.
That's a fact.
I wish Lamar was around from BMF to see this. He didn't even have to go, you know, the way that he didn't have to go crazy like that. He could have just been passionate. You know what I'm talking about? But yeah, we here now. And there's no excuse for nobody to not be on purpose. The universe and society is forcing you to be on purpose. It's forcing you to get in the cocoon. It's forcing you to jump off the ledge. It's forcing you to fly, my niggas. That's right. You know how many people walked and ran so you niggas could fly?
That's right.
It's niggas out here flying around on social media. I see them with their wings and whatnot. But do you know what we had with the heavy lifting that had to be done in order for these niggas to skip through the fucking tulips?
That's right. That's right.
Behind the scenes, in front of the camera, off camera, all kind of things.
It was outside.
But I digress. You know, we embarking upon a 3-hour mark. It's my I don't do past 3 hours on YouTube. The Cash App, they don't support like that. It's all good. Yeah. We're not really, because it's whatever. You know, it doesn't matter. This is about record keeping at the end of the day. Y'all either want to be part of the records or you don't.
Salute to your red, man. Red and blue. Y'all both put groundwork in at a high level when we talk about consciousness, because like when you think of a time like this, man, when people think of communication, sometimes they only think of Mercury, but they don't think of Scorpio.
Right. They don't.
Because Scorpio is almost a software operating system for the brain. And it's a way, it's an archaic way. It's the most archaic way. It's the way nature speaks from a survival, from a deep hunger of intense energy piercing through time to survive, because it's a primal thing that drives time and people who keep time.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And that's a high level of piercing time. You know what I mean? Like just to get to the point to be able to hunt something to eat. You know, it drove a hunger. Niggas ain't sleep. It said I ate. You know what I'm saying? So that created time. Like, I want to sleep, but damn, I need to know when the best time to hunt to eat.
Hunt, because there is a time to hunt. When you see the line, when you see when you look in the wild and whatnot, there's lions walking among zebras, giraffes, wildebeests, and everything, and they just chilling. They listening to their mixtape. They're not eating them all the time. When that time comes, when their eyes start to glow at night, when they be on National Geographic and you see them moving and them niggas' eyes is lit, I'm like, oh, they on demon time.
Right.
Demon time. They're not on demon time all the time. Personal. It's not personal. It's my name. It's time to eat, my niggas. It's time to eat. So, and that spills over into this realm. It's not personal. It's a time for everything. Y'all chilling with us in the Serengeti and thinking that it's not that there's never a time that we're gonna want to eat, my niggas. There's gonna come a time where the fangs will come out and it's time to eat. Get out of my way. Get the fuck off the field when it's time to eat. You don't want to get eaten because we will eat you. You dig what I'm saying?
Yes.
We will eat you because that's just the way that this shit goes. You signed the contract. I said it before because people, we did a show about Alpo. Alpo is a serial killer. He's not a street nigga. He's a serial killer. Right. I wish AA would have stayed. We would have talked about that.
Right.
They're not giving him the credit. He's and I'm not holding him up in no type of. I'm not holding him up.
We're talking Scorpio shit because Scorpio Pluto is murder and homicide. We're talking about psychology. We're talking about piercing time. We're talking about something that's deeper than anything that people can imagine.
This was the Black Sammy the Bull, right? This was the Black Sammy the Bull. He was a serial killer. He wasn't just a murderer. They got shooters. There's levels to this shit. There's shooters. There's niggas that knock niggas off. No, this nigga was a serial killer. Okay, and everybody was scared of him. Niggas was shaking in their boots. Don't let any of these niggas hum a stunt like they was about that life when he was around. He had his foot on niggas' necks for decades, my niggas. Okay, for decades. So who signed the contract to say? Because it's niggas out here that like BDSM or whatever. Niggas like pain. You know what I'm talking about? It's women out here that want to get choked and elbowed and whatnot. 50 Shades of Grey. You niggas like pain. So niggas sign contracts to say, blow my brains out. When I go, I want to go in the pool. I want my shit to be, I want to be tortured. Right. I want that experience on this realm as a spirit in this human body, the temporal, right? The temporal dust is holy dust. It's made out of dust. This shit goes back to the earth from whence it came. So the spirit is like, yo, I'm gonna walk this planet. I'm gonna be a lit nigga. I'm gonna live on the edge of this shit. I'm gonna sell drugs. I'm gonna be on some. I'm gonna tap into the evils, my nigga. I'm a light-skinned dark nigga. That's what they be. That's what people sign up for. And they even say when I check about this bitch, I don't mind checking about this bitch violently, because I was saying on the other show, people be like, certain people deserve to die. You don't have the power to utter out of your motherfucking lips, out of your Bubba Shrimp lips, who deserves to die, because everybody dies, nigga. You're not saying nothing by saying that. If you say a nigga deserves to die a violent death, that's different. A nigga deserves to die a torturous slow death, that's different. A nigga deserves to die with his eyes open, that's different. But you can't tell nobody that they deserve to die. You're not God. You don't have the power of that. Everybody got a date. Everybody got it. You're not saying anything. So if you're saying dumb shit like that, check your grammar, because you looking stupid because you don't have that power.
That's right.
People have time. You don't understand you don't understand the spirit realm.
That's right.
Niggas line themselves up because their spirit knows that it's time. Their spirit signed a contract to get the fuck up out of here, whatever time they got the fuck up out of here. A nigga could get shot 30 times. If it's not his time, he's not leaving anywhere. You got rappers out here. You throw a 50 Cent set the bar. It's little niggas running around. They got shot 15 and 16 times and still rapping.
That's a fact.
It's not their time.
That's a fact. You know what's so significant about that with Alpo, right? Scorpio season is that there's a hunger that's deeply ingrained in the psyche, right? And you know, you being from in Wild Top, knowing how they was moving around here, and the stories that being real close, like speak on that, because that's Scorpio, that's homicide Pluto, right? All these things at a deep level where, you know, there's a thing that's so deeply ingrained. And, you know, y'all was outside in the era where I wasn't, but the way I was outside moving around, and, you know, we all come up how we move.
Our cities are built on bodies.
Yeah.
Our cities are built on bodies. I'm a Scorpio. I'm red. I'm the base level shit. I'm base. I'm the base chakra. I'm the root chakra. I am the motherfucking, I'm the cemetery. I'm that part. I'm Malkuth. Our cities are built on bodies. Any city that you go to, niggas are gonna tell you about the niggas that died out there. They're gonna tell you about the legends that died and fell and whatnot. When you went into Kemet and you saw the temples, it was about the bodies. They were built on bodies. When you deal with the slave cemeteries and all of that is built on the bodies. Even when the cracker came over here, the mounds that I was talking about earlier were ceremonial mounds and burial mounds. They built civilization, great civilization
To this day.
off of bodies. And they excavated those mounds. They excavated both this. We talking mound builder civilization. So we talking Gulf.
We was out there.
We talking about Texas. We talking about Mississippi. We talking about Texas. We talking about Yamasee Creeks. We talking about all of these tribes. We talk about the mound builder civilization going all the way up into the Ohio regions. We talking Connecticut. We talking Lenape, Hopiking. We talk about New York. We talk about the pharaohs up there in Long Island and whatnot with the Montauk's and whatnot. We talking about all of that.
That's right.
All of this is built on bodies.
That's right.
That sacred quartz.
That's
bodies.
Right.
And the memories and the work that they put in and the blood that's in the soil, that motherfucking oil that these crackers is taking up off of this goddamn the floors of the motherfucking ocean. Bodies.
That's right.
This whole shit is a shrine. The whole earth is an altar. Stop playing. And they would lay the bodies on a ley line. They would strategically place our corpses, our cadavers on these ley lines, and then these necromancers came and they mastered the art of disrupting that. They studied bodies.
That's right. That's right.
So on the darkest level, on a more mundane level, street lore, street legendaries, all of these things seem to be built off of them bodies. Right?
Yeah.
They're always gonna tell you who got bodied. They're always gonna tell you who bodied the niggas.
Yeah. And then Alpo got right back out, right? And that's a Scorpio thing, bro. Like, to see how that goes, where he got his homecoming, you know what I mean? It comes in the way that it comes in the way, like you say, you know, that's his contract.
Couldn't expect anything else. He couldn't expect anything else. He was too deep, and it wouldn't make any sense if he didn't get bodied.
Right. Right. And that's the thing, because all you got is time then to walk until it's done. You know what I mean?
But if you understand it, but if you understand it every day,
that's right.
He was on borrowed time.
That's right. That's
how many times that he's supposed to go.
And that's the fact. And that's, you know, somebody said in the comments, you know, he always had a beautiful smile, right? You know,
right.
You out here. I mean, outside, you know. Hey,
some of the most charismatic. I've met some of the most charismatic people who have done the most heinous things in life.
Right.
When you go to the pens, you'll meet some of the most smoothest, charismatic people that you'll ever come across.
That's right.
Go to the gambling spot. Go to the underworld. Go to the strip club. Go where the killers be at. I was in the wake yesterday with all of the killers. The brother was from Brownsville, so I was around mad shooters, mad killers. You understand? At the repast and in the funeral, you had some people. It's different energy. Everybody wasn't on some, everybody wasn't Clark Gable, but man, you got to remember. Even in that, when you master that underworld, you people who can smile because you are the king of bigger kingdom.
Right.
Remember, lions fight to be the top of the pride and whatnot. Right. So in certain people's neighborhoods and in certain hoods and whatnot, they are in the jungle. They're in what is called the Serengeti, and they're fighting to be at the top of the quote unquote food pyramid, or they at the top of the pecking order, like points out the hierarchy pyramid and whatnot. Right. So they're very comfortable in their skin, and they know that the work that they put in have established the fact that before they even get into the building, their name will precede them. Right. So a lot of people move off of fear and whatnot, and that it is when the motherfucking pride of lions are coming, the motherfucking Simba and these niggas is on the way. Mustafa is coming. Right. Before they even make it, the zebras and the motherfucking and the elks and everything, they clear out.
Scorpio.
They clear out. You know what I mean? They giving they muscle work. Them
That's
niggas
right.
is gone.
That's a fact.
So, you know, it is what it is. You know, it is what it is. The world is what it is. I will never try to hide it. We'll fare better to expose the underpinnings of the underworld and these dark corners that people are not privy to see. And we'll flash a light on it every now and then, but we'll also show you the, you know, because, you know, we'll show you the brightness. We'll show you the light. We'll show you the spectrum.
Yeah, exactly.
You should want to know the spectrum. To understand the spectrum is to be empowered. This is an empowering conversation to take you into places that you might not necessarily even know, and take it from everybody who's been on this line. There's authenticity that's inside of that's stitched into our fabric and whatnot. We don't speak from a place of what we don't know. We're speaking from knowledge. We know what we're talking about because we live this life. We got enough. We put in enough man hours. We did that 10,000 hours. We could speak on it expertly. You know what I mean?
Right. That's a fact. And, you know, I've never been this inspired in my life, bro, to write a book about nothing. I'm tapping, and it's so funny. It's third house Scorpio time, right? Because this is, I'm in my first house perfection.
Right.
For those who know, I'm back to that journey, recycles around the orbit, right? And it's like a fresh start with yourself again, right? And so,
right.
What I'm seeing and experiencing from my angle of light is piercing time is seeing my brothers through time, really through time, show love, and we pierce light. We are all one singular consciousness at some point in time of this deep infinite thing, right? So what we see is reflections of the same angles of light. You know what I'm saying? And we catch these moments in time where we give our flowers because we're passing through as a consciousness as well, you know? And that's intense level of love. And that's Tantra talk, because Tantra is the dance of knowing your sexual energy, your creative energy, and your spiritual energy, and being able to see them all in real time and make it work for you as a harmonious thing for other people as well, right? And that's the dance. And that's something so significant because Scorpio, at that time in space, everything is still sex, creativity, and it's still spirituality. So what intersects at that median is that it's not personal when you think of it at the whole spectrum, because what runs the biological nature? That's Scorpio survival, you know. So this
what's
is
the primal nature of man?
Exactly.
Right. What's the two primal natures of man? Right. What progresses life? Right. When we say primal nature, we're not talking about anything of the negative nature. What we're talking about is pure survival. What we're talking about the way that you edit blood is talking about the primal nature. And the primal nature of man is to eat and to have sex. That is and when I say man, I'm also speaking about women and whatnot. Primal meaning our primal, like how lions get down, like how animals get down, like when you're in your primal nature. Before they gave you laws and mandates, before they came with Bill of Rights, before they hit you with religion, we would have put you in the wild, clan of the cave bear. You know, if they would put you wild out any instructions, if they were to drop you with the sentinels and whatnot, if they were to put you in the forest, if they were to put you in the jungle, primal nature is that you would have to procreate. You would want to procreate. You would be looking for your complete, the opposite gender and whatnot, and you would have to eat. When you have the urge to eat, you would eat. You would either be a hunter-gatherer, you would hunt to kill, or you would pick something off the tree. If you're a vegan nigga, you would chew a leaf or something. You know what I mean?
And you know what's funny? What happens with the psyche is true Scorpio nature to talk about it is when you have that polar opposite side, which is Taurus, right? Second house, the food.
Right.
When we look at the cycles, when everything good, when niggas eating good, boy, niggas having steak and shrimp, man. Niggas having their motherfucking way, man. Niggas is having a beautiful time, and everybody around them having a good time, right?
Everybody good.
But what happens when scorpionic things happen, right? And it's just nature. Scorpionic things happen when, boy, the motherfucking shit ain't hitting right now, boy. Nigga fucked up, boy. What the fuck the money at? What the fuck the abundance at? What the fuck the motherfucking
get ready for war.
Yeah. Look, man, my motherfucking apple trees was growing. Hey, man, I used to have plantains plentiful. I was giving it away. But when that shit ain't going, hey, man, hold up. Nigga, I got to eat. You hear me?
That's
and that
right.
does through somebody's psyche. And, you know, being outside at a young age like that, you know, I don't take it personal. When you meet people along the way, you know, if you conduct yourself from a true nature, and that's what is the hardest thing, right? Is can I still be real out here in this world where you meeting people along the way and you're young like that, right? So if we take nature at an archaic level, when you understand our rites of passages, when we were young, we already understood this nature because a cultural thing, your family gave you the game out of love.
Right. Right.
High level. Hey, look, man, shit can get real at any given time, man. Look,
right.
This is the game. That's high level consciousness that pierces through time. That's something archaic where nature says, how can I communicate love and pierce time and try to nurture out of the best way to keep somehow of a transformative connection, even if I'm not there to be physical there. You know,
That's
if
right.
I can't tell you certain things right now, how can I show you at the highest level without wasting time, right? And efficiently doing what I got to do? Because if you study the hero, right? The hero is a soul, right? And if we think about like solar biology, if you think of like the ancient texts, they always equate it to like a plant or a grass, a leaf, right?
Yes.
Because we look at the soul, we look at the sun, we have photosynthesis, the nighttime, the melanin hours, we're melanin people, right? So these things right here is something that's ingrained with us. Well, we study a different algorithm, and that energy that we're tapping back into at a time like this, when we can study the celestial clock, right? And we can study the cycles, we can see something that's primal, and it's something that makes us go back and journey home to self to remember these things. Because if we get too comfortable, which is Taurus, the flip side, fixed in our earthly way, right? We forget something that's so significant that drives us and propels us to go further at the highest level out of love, right? In a survival, if you study a scorpion, right, in the battle, like if you two scorpions are so stinging, if something's happening, and Scorpio will sting itself, the scorpion energy. So the other
it'll take itself out.
Right.
If you back it in the corner.
Yeah. So like, nigga, I ain't gonna let y'all motherfuckers say you got me, nigga. I'm gonna go out like a motherfucker, even if it's myself, because that's the union within myself first.
So this is how it translates into human beings. I tell niggas, never get kidnapped.
That's right.
Never allow somebody to put you in the back of a van. Take yourself out if need be. Right. You don't want to go get tortured. You don't want to be taken to no warehouse. You don't want niggas to have you looking all crazy. You'll be better off getting rid of it right then and there. Take them all with you. You know what I mean? If you can. And don't let nobody, that's straight Scorpion. Don't let a nigga don't let them do you dirty like that. Because that's the real dirty.
And guess what the 8th house is? Occult, right? This is the occult. If we look at Cancer on the ascendant again, right? Because we're talking about the moon, which is the great mother, the mother nature's energy, self-preservation, right? At the same time, what you have is Aquarius in the 8th house, right? In the 8th house, that's the masculine feminine, intellectually, right? Logic in this chaotic energy of what we can look at, and I'm writing about it in my book. It's going to be in my book, and I'm going to talk about it. It's in it, and I want to put it out there so people can understand this concept, so we can go scorpionic with it, which is, if you think about personality, let's just say personality, because we're talking about how we're dealing with deep levels of social engineering, things at the level, so we have to talk the God talk, right? Because we qualify, like you said, you know what I'm saying? Niggas is qualified.
Facts.
The feminine spectrum, if we think about nature, if we think about what it looks like if we take sociopathy or sociopathic nature, right? To survive, right? The sociopathic nature is a feminist trait to survive at a social level. It's a social climbing mechanism of the brain.
Right.
The narcissistic aspect is what would be archetypically masculine. And it would be a self. I got to look out for myself, right?
Right.
Now, in the middle of that is the square. That is a spectrum where Maya is trying to stay, right? If you think
in the middle, right? The balance.
Yeah, because we're talking about the most toxic spectrum of a masculine feminine energy, right? And we're talking about Mother Nature's psychological component that's just biological to the masculine feminine suit, flesh that we in, that drowses on a polarized level, right? Because we're talking deep within the caverns of the brain. We're talking mental androgyny, a masculine feminine energy.
Right.
And rooted in a masculine feminine energy is survival. And you know, people like us who've been outside at a young age, you gotta survive. Like there's a time when you got comfort and money good, everything good, you eat, but there's a time when you could be up and you be like, I ain't never seen motherfuckers eat out of trash can. I can never be me, right? But there's something happening. You might be like, boy, I eat out of trash. And then you understand a different angle of light and perspective, right?
Right. Shit.
That does something. It does something traumatically, but trauma doesn't have to be. This is why we change the narrative when people hear what we talk about. Trauma does not have to be as traumatic as anything other than what you'll always be dealing with life anyway. Trauma is trauma, but there's degrees of it that you feel it at. Sometimes you may not feel one angle of it at that time, but what it gives you is perspective, the angles of light, right? So when you may have to eat out a trash can at some point in time, your mentality changed to a degree, but it makes you humble, but not in a way of
soft.
Yeah. Right. It makes you become more in tune with nature. And this is why, you know, at the lecture where I was at the altar candy, right?
Yeah.
After the lecture, I said something in the lecture where I was, you know, people hit me in the inbox a lot. And I said, I was in the lecture, I was like, you got to be able to be a killer and a nurturer. And that's a psychological concept that has to pierce through time. And if people who are conscious community don't understand these psychological scorpionic things that is biological to the nature of who we are while we're down here in this space and time as we continue to move. This is just nature, right? And nature is true to itself, and that's a true thing, right? Because nature is nature. It's chaos, but it's an intelligence that moves and adapts in real time, because that's Aquarius in the 8th house. So Mother Nature is a very high level intelligence that nurtures us as well along that journey, and we experience that, and we get to co-create and be a part of that, because it's a egg within the egg within the egg, right? So it's these harmonics in this dance, right?
Right.
So the aspect of survival creates a different expression for you. The more you go through different things, right? The ability to socialize with different walks of life, different people, your mind expands. Right, the neural network, yes.
Of course, your neural network, definitely.
So your brain be able to compound upon itself many different types of archetypical ways, right? This is something that's significant. In the Rudolf Steiner book, I was reading something that was significant when we talk about Atlantis, and we were talking about this earlier, right? Atlantis. In the Lemuria Atlantis, what they was talking about back in the age of Aquarius, at a time when we was dealing with the same Aquarian energy, right? The way we learn now is not the way we used to learn then. The way we learned then was based off a cyclical memory thing. Here, we're dealing with logic, but the thing is, logic is a masculine expression where we have to understand the masculine expression is logic. Right. But the feminine expression is through memory and cycles, and filling those cycles of memory. And you can remember things at every single level of a memory, which is something that's more home and archaic than anything that's logical, because you're dealing with external stimuli, but you need to have updated information too. But that's where the intelligence shifts. That's the square between the masculine and feminine. Aries and Cancer. Aries is assertive. Go off and go get it.
Right.
Don't even think first, right? Aries is head first. It's a Martian energy. It's a warrior energy. Right. Because you got to be a warrior. Because if I got motherfucking mouths to feed,
right,
man, it ain't personal, man. My real touching ain't personal, man. It ain't personal. Now, if I could find allies, right? This is psychological. If I can see value in somebody else survival with me, Timon and Pumbaa, it don't matter. Lion King showed you that.
Right.
That's a symbiotic relationship that nature has interwoven into it, right? That's a high level of intelligence, you know, to survive like that.
Facts.
That's Scorpio, and it's transformed out of love, bro. So those are very archaic expressions, right? So it's so deep, bro. It's so deep, bro. And the Scorpio season is no better time to talk about this.
I'm not even gonna say that our conversation is gonna come to an end. I'm just gonna say we're gonna press pause on it. You know what I mean? We're gonna get back up. I wanted to make an announcement and share the fact that you'll be joining us, you know, as our in-house, you know, Cosmo physician on conscious connections and whatnot. You know what I'm talking about? Cancer, you know, I told the family we're gonna put together conscious connections because as a Scorpion, I'm very in tune and very in touch with what the people are looking for and what our brothers and sisters, kind of want out of each other. And to distinguish ourselves and move completely away from what other people are doing in their networks or in their worlds and whatnot, like the knuckle draggers. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna bring on brothers and sisters got the tools, and one of the best tools that you can have when it comes to pairing people and matching people up is the ability to read charts and ability to pierce deep into their quote unquote their cosmological DNA. So we'll get back to it, not tonight, like I said at the 3-hour mark. What I want the people out there to know, all 500 of y'all, and the people who will be watching this on a replay, if you see the work that Little Goddess puts in, if you see the work that the people on my panel put in, I like to gift my guests. I like to gift people who are part of my team. And the fact that we're so deep in here and we're receiving this information, they have created tools to reward and to gift the people that you agree with and you understand that these people are putting in the type of work that you can't get on the internet. You can't get it on Instagram. You can't get it on any other channel like that. You can't get it on Google and whatnot. So the value has to be respected. I'm big on respect, I'm big on loyalty, and I'm big on maintaining value, and I'm very big on appreciating what everybody brings to the table. If y'all was up here doing your dance, I would appreciate you. I learned from being in Atlanta that you throw dollars at the things that you appreciate and the things that you like. When people get on them stages and they dance for you, you make it motherfucking rain. And if the knuckle draggers could do that, if the knuckle draggers could do that, right, amongst women who could be considered to be the dregs of society, if the knuckle draggers could do that, then we should be doing triple of that because we're supposed to be at the top of this quote unquote pyramid. That's right. Period. That's right. So hit up the Cash App. You know what I mean? Leave a tip at the table because there's a lot of food on. This was a full meal, 7-star entree. I'm talking about we ate like Thanksgiving tonight. You know what I mean? You could dive in every minute of these conversations, and if you look good enough, you could find some pearls and whatnot and pop up with the pearl necklace. So once again, leave them with your information because we finna tap out. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. Ptah RBG on Instagram. My Cash App was Run It Up For Me G. And that shawty, I think Salute the Little Goddess put in the work. I think she had it up in my in the chat earlier. So salute that.
The letter 4 or the letter 4?
Yeah, letter 4, me and G.
Just one G or GEE?
Just one G. It's gonna be a seal with a grill. Yeah, he gonna be like, yeah, man. Here, run it up for me, G. Yeah.
That's it right there.
Put it up, run it up for the letter 4.
Okay.
For me, G. Yeah.
Okay, for me, G. My bad. Don't send nothing to this, y'all. This is not right. Let me put it again.
I'm gonna show you on the screen real quick so they can see it real quick.
For me, G.
It's gonna be a seal with the grill, man. Hit my line.
That's like socket to my pocket. You know what I mean?
Man,
yeah, that part.
If you need readings, tap in with me, man. Hit me on IG in the inbox. I'll send you information, and rates and all that for the readings so we can get it in. I will also suggest
use code KTL. How about that? Use code KTL.
That's right.
So he know that y'all coming from over here, and he'll treat you right. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Do you got a PayPal they want to know?
The PayPal is going to be ironic9472 at Gmail. And it's ironic9472 at Gmail.
Ironic?
9472 at Gmail. And I just want to say, it's Scorpio season. If as a lot of clients I have, they get readings for, the clients is usually women, right? And a lot of men come through get readings, but the women, I want to say, make sure you get readings for your children too, because you want to understand deep love psychology in terms of child rearing, because the moon is in Scorpio, where, especially if you got children who's around the 7-year-old age, where this is a time where there's going to be another level of consciousness that you're going to have to be imputing to your children, right? At any age, really, but you want to raise each child differently, right? Because there's a psychological and spiritual components to each child that needs nurturing. And
Right.
those things you can see in astrology, because you can have 3-4 children and each one of them needs a different part of you and a different part of your psyche and a different aspect of you know. So
that's the super fact. Yeah, I'm talking about. That is a super fact. So y'all already, this is my Cash App is Stream Chasers with a Z at the end. The Z look Jamaican. Okay.
Yeah.
Stream Chasers with a Z at the end, not a S. Stream Chasers. You know what I'm talking about? And yeah, my birthday, my nigga let's talk Amazon gift presents. I'll drop that link.
Birdman
on Monday.
Birdman
hand rub. The whole next week is our whole week. We're gonna put that wish list together because that's what it's about. You know what I mean? Sock it to my pocketry. I'm not 20 years old. I'm a grown ass man. You know what I mean? I'm a grown ass man.
Wrong.
You know what I'm talking about? I'm a grown ass man. You know, so we do grown man things over here, ladies.
Right.
Yeah, that part.
That's right.
Yeah, we'll be back. You know what I mean? God willingly, we'll pull up on y'all Melanin Monday and Ting. Or you might even see us throughout the weekend. We might do another Saturday Night Live because we did Saturday Night Live and then your boy got cooked later that night and whatnot. So, it's just, we would. I got the, you know what I mean? My ears started ringing. It was like, do some Saturn shit in Scorpio. And this is Scorpio. I've been waiting for this season to come. You know what I mean? I've been waiting for the season to come. We're going to do a grand ritual for the season is over. We're going to put somebody on the motherfucking stake. We're gonna, you know what I mean? We got to take 2-3 heads and whatnot. So we're just building that up. But, we just been prepping y'all so y'all niggas don't get all upset and report us and whatnot. But it does have to happen. You understand me right now? Please. Y'all must understand that. God's got to eat. There's a God in Cuba that's hungry right now. So he said, he wants to get fed. So we're going to have to feed him. But, whoever's when I go to the trap, open the closet, whoever's stuck in the trap, that's who's gonna get fed. So I hope nobody that y'all like out there is in the trap because we're gonna cook niggas before this is said and done. You know what I'm saying? It's only right because we gotta feed the gods. But Blue Pill, he tapped out, he's getting busy, he's doing what he's doing. AA, you already know the Kabbalah God, his birthday's the 13th. He's we didn't know that. Go and salute the brother on Instagram. Give him a happy belated. You feel me? It's very important that the future master teachers feel appreciated by the people who are amongst them, who help change their lives and transform them. And y'all don't run with people's cloth and then hop on other, because that's shoplifting, and we don't shoplift anymore.
Yeah.
We buy our shit. Yeah, we spend money. We buy our shit. We're not shoplifting anymore. Don't run with the cloth. That's part. Right. Yeah. So I'm gonna leave this with a little tune that I don't think nobody ever really heard. This is something me and AA put out years ago called Dreams, nigga. You know what I mean? So we're gonna rinse that. Wait till you hear the new project too. I might when I get down to the A, we might be able to work on something before I send the shit in and whatnot. You know what I mean? But time is moving so fast. It was supposed to be, I don't know when this shit gonna come out, but it's gonna come out. You know what I mean? It's gonna come out when it needs to come out. I'm not rushing anything. I'm not rushing. You know what I'm talking about? I'm not Vladimir Putnik and whatnot. But thank you, my good brother. Thank you for that good cloth. Salute to your queen. You know what I mean? Salute to everybody that's out here. All of the time that y'all spent with us, we appreciate it. All right. And this here is a throwback classic. This is Dreams, y'all. So Dreams, nigga, tap in. Peace. Tell me how that audio is too.
We can't have a quality conversation unless if it's in scientific journals. You would never understand. 4 more grams, nigga. Promise to my Grammy, nigga. Word to my mammy, nigga. What I'm talking about? Came to me in a dream, nigga. Dreams, nigga. The devil came to me, told me in a dream, said I was a king.
everything he said. Then he spit bars. This is what he said. This is what he saw. This is what he saw. If God really does exist, that nigga probably broke. Spend all his bread, nigga. Trying to get some bread, nigga. Books of the dead, nigga. Stalking out in Philly, nigga. Looking for that chili, nigga. Crackers wanna drone him. Muslims wanna stone him. Yeah, words in the porno. Fuck it, abducted. Scientific journals. You would never understand. Nigga. Promise my Grammy, nigga. Words to my mammy, nigga. I am the king, nigga. Call me piano. Yeah, I fight Trinity, nigga. You know me, nigga. Every blue moon me. Pirate that pussy. Running through them red lights, laying on that belly. God is a snake, nigga. Heroes in the deli. Max in the garden. No apps, nigga. The Bible is a trap, nigga. I've been told y'all. Niggas wrote the Bible, nigga.
Hearing the same words.
Now back to
Before Griselda, nigga.
A variable is changed.
Talk to me.
Reprogrammed, as it were, and that because of this, an alternative world rushed off.
the best suit fitting for my city. Hopped out the lorry, dressed like 18th century Ecuadorians. This is where the story ends. We living in the future, you niggas historians. So I pay them niggas no mind. Mad cows. You could tell that they mixed the bovine. I would say their names, but it's like I'm giving niggas cosign. So I pay them no mind. Carry on with your Google glasses. I'm looking at the world through these Google glasses. Rocks like Mount Everest. Hopping out Diablos. I'm so devilish. Hustle hard, red pill buzzing like an engine on a muscle car. From car full of keys and a trunk full of trees to a trunk full of teas. With Kings County in the sleeves, car full of G's. 33 degrees, no antifreeze. 10 toes down, no amputees. Feeding the people like the Cantonese. Master builders, graduates from the class of Master Hilda, Van Sertima, and Freeman L. Now we master killers, murderers, of the demon spells. The poltergeist on ice. Tell them why you frightened, son. Yeah, the Illuminati, we the lightning ones. The devil came to me. Told me in a dream, said I was the king, nigga. Everything he seen, then he spit bars. This is what he said. This is what he saw. This is what he saw.
So we don't say swag no more. Look at back, homes riding and coming that jack. Listen.
I know of no one who has ever made this claim before, but I rather suspect that my experience is not unique. What perhaps is unique is the fact that I'm willing to talk about it. We are living in a computer-programmed reality.
Every blue moon, pirate that pussy, running through the red lights, laying on that belly. God is a snake, heroes in the devil. Next in the garden, no action, the
Bible is a trap, nigga.
The common theme in my writing is that a dark-haired girl shows up at the door of the protagonist and tells him that his world is delusional.
John Campbell,
false about it.
Hero with 1,000 faces.
Finally happened to me. I even knew that her hair would be black. I had an actual complete sense of
sign up to the Discord,
like,
y'all. Make sure y'all sign up to the Discord. It's popping over there.
She was a total stranger, and she did inform me of this fact.